All right. We are we're live. Me and a guest. We have Gamesley joining us today.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, indeed.
Gamesley.
Yes.
Gamsley. Damn it,
Gamesley. I always mispronounce everybody's names, right? That's just kind of what I do.
Jez. You say Jez pretty good. You know what I mean?
Well, I've known Jez for longer, right? So.
Yeah, you're right. It's true.
Yes.
I hope so.
For those of you wondering where Jez is, he is in LA watching the show with
My
everybody.
basement.
So he won't be here, and we won't be doing Xbox 2 probably until Friday. So, but I figured I'd join, get about a good 50 minutes of just chatting with you guys and see how everything goes, and then watch the show. And then our guest here was like, "Hey, put me in, coach."
Yeah, do it.
So I was like, "Yeah, why not?" I'd rather have somebody here than watch it by myself. So, let everybody know. Let everyone know who you are, and what podcasts they can find you on. Everything about you, bro.
Hell yeah. No, I've been always kind of in the background on X for many, many years, just following the gaming news and all that good stuff and all the drama. I am actually a disabled gamer. So for those who see the Xbox Series podcast that I co-host with Game On Asa and Deadly Headley every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, you'd notice that my arms are a little different. I have 2 fingers on each hand. I don't have a elbow on my left. I am one of those disabled gamers that just loves to enjoy his hobby and spend time talking about games and being with friends, and that's what I do by night. And in the day, I own my own business. I won't really say what that is because nobody cares, but and I'm also a athlete, so I'm a taekwondo artist.
Ooh.
I fight all across the world. I am very high ranked in the Olympic categories. So yeah, I fight a lot, and I'm a coach as well for the young kids out there. So yeah, that's who I am, and I talk about games. That's it.
Yeah, the most important thing, right? Games.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
And
what's
books,
all
the
books?
books.
Yeah,
The books, Rand.
We were talking earlier about the books we've been reading because I started a new series by Rob J. Hayes called The War Eternal, first book, Along the Razor's Edge. I'm like 80 pages into it, getting my feet wet on a new fantasy series, dark fantasy. We'll see how I feel with that. And we were talking about
Rand.
We were talking about Stormlight Archive and stuff and whole bunch of stuff. Because, people are asking me about, like, book podcasts and stuff. But you know what? Enough of the book stuff. Because that's not why people are here today. They're here to talk about the Xbox Showcase.
Hell yeah, they are.
They're here to talk, and they want to know. There wasn't a lot of hype surrounding this show up until recently, I would say. I think a lot of things have been muted primarily because of the multi-platform push that Xbox has been doing, right, with the 4 games that went to PlayStation. So it sort of seems like the hype for the show has been muted. But I got to ask you, what is your hype level for this show? Because it kind of seemed to skyrocketed in the last couple days, honestly.
Yeah, no, like the hype didn't hit me until I did the live show on Thursday with my co-hosts. We did this thing where we recalled last year's showcase, and then we, like, in hindsight, re-reviewed it, kind of. And then as I was watching that on live, I was like, oh my god, like, that was actually a great show. Looking back and getting all the games that came out from that showcase, Starfield, etc., etc. It just started pumping me up a little bit, and then as we were predicting some of the things that could show up and what we think won't show up, it really, the balls start to roll. And then it really smashed me yesterday night when I did Boom's show talking about Summer Games Fest. And it all just hit me at once because talk, whether you liked the Summer Game Fest or not, I believe that there was around 60 something games in that showcase. So there had to be something for someone. And it just so happened that it just spoke to me so much. Like, Civilizations 7 is gigantic. The Valorant stuff, all that stuff. I'm a very competitive gamer. So I love the Valorant. Um, I love the Riot Games kind of catalog. So that just hit me even harder, and then it just rolled in today in a perfect symphony of hype. And
Mm.
here we are now, just 4
Yeah, what
minutes
does it say
away
on here?
from
43
Xbox's biggest
minutes?
show.
43 minutes and
Yeah,
40 some odd
yeah,
seconds? Surprisingly,
exactly.
nothing
And
is really leaked from the show. You know,
I know, right?
yeah, and I think that's because they're doing this as a live stream and not a premiere, because we have seen reporting from Tom Henderson and stuff that if you upload it as a premiere, people at YouTube can kind of watch it and grab it and then sell that information because the state
Yeah.
of play leaked. People had lists, but Xbox isn't doing this as a premiere; it's a live stream, so we haven't seen any lists come out, which is great, right? So
Yeah, and Jez didn't leak anything.
yeah, but the
You
thing
know
is,
what I mean?
Jez doesn't know everything at the show, right? Um,
Yeah.
I know Wagerman, who's in the chat right now, is a friend of the channel for a long time. He's over there in LA right now, right? He's hobnobbing it with all the people, the Cold Eastwoods, the Cognitos, the King Davids, the Mr. Boomsticks and stuff. And
Shout out.
I think Xbox has been hyping up the show like to people, not telling everyone to set their expectations in check, because normally, we Aaron Greenberg will do that. So my hype is
Normally we get that.
yeah. Normally we do, right? Most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time we get that, but this seems different. I hope they know what people are saying about them. I hope they come out here and just really show us the future. Not just this year, not just next year. Show up big, and hopefully, Phil Spencer, because he has an interview with Ryan after, right?
Yes.
Hopefully he just comes out here and he just tells us what's going on. Give us something a little bit definitive, whether it's a stagnation technique, whether it's everything's going everywhere. I don't care. Just really show us the future and settle some minds at least. I think people just want closure or a vision, so that we could sell our friends on a platform that we love. But yeah, I'm super hyped. I think they're confident, and it
Yeah.
reads like it.
They
so.
seem like they're pretty damn confident. Captain Crunch says they are all getting their Xbox paycheck in person. I'm like, come on, that's not true. I know people like to tease about that stuff, but all that's just a bunch of bullshit, right? Nobody's getting paid. Microsoft ain't cutting checks to anybody to say stuff. That's just what ignorant people think who have no clue how any of this stuff works. So
You're
nobody's
not getting paid, Rand?
no, I don't get paid.
What?
I mean, Google pays
That's
me.
weird.
Google
I'm
pays
getting
me
paid.
for the ads that they put in front of the videos and stuff, but that's neither here nor there. So what do you want to see at the show? What's your number one?
Oh
The thing
my
you need to see the
goodness.
most. Absolutely need to see the most.
I got Fable the last showcase. That's the thing that I wanted to see beyond anything, and I still want to see more Fable. I don't think it's going to be here in a gigantic way, but if they could just show me more spells, show me maybe the horns, just like show me the main protagonist in a different light. Like, I don't care if it's half CG like they did last time. Just give me an idea that Fable is staying Fable, narratively and mechanically. That could be done like any. That could be done in so many ways. For instance, you could just see the main protagonist walk out of the shadows with horns. Like, just give me something familiar about Fable, and I'll be super excited. So that's like my number one thing that I want to show up. But but I don't know if it will. Do you think it will? Do you think we get Fable in some sort of light like I'm talking about, or do we just not hear about them?
I think Fable's at the show.
Okay.
I think Fable's at the show. I
That'd
would
be
bet. I
awesome.
would bet it's at the show. So you will get to see it,
Yeah.
which
So
is exciting.
that's my number one. If I had to pick something, that's it. And like I said, it doesn't even have to be extensive gameplay. I'm a huge Halo fan. I'm like huge. I'm getting all jittery and happy about it right now as I'm sitting in this seat. So, how about you?
The thing I want to see the most is Perfect Dark, honestly. Like we
To
know,
reassure you that it's coming, you know.
yeah. I want.
For
Well,
that
the
big
thing is,
hit.
like, I want to know what it is, right? Like, what is the vision for this reboot? What does it look like? What does it play like? I just also want to know that development's going well, because there's been a lot of rumors surrounding the title about, like, hey, maybe it's going through some rough patches, and then other people were like, actually, no, it's supposed to be doing pretty well. So I would like to see them come out and be like, this is what it is, kind of dispelling the rumors. Normally, I would say Doom, the Dark Ages, but we know it's there, right? It was leaked. Tom Henderson and others.
Quite a few people, yeah.
Yeah, I love Doom 2016. I love Doom Eternal. And I'm sure it's going to show out here very well. Can't wait to see it. So for me, it's Perfect Dark and probably Gear 6. Because it's been a while.
Yeah.
And I think I always mentioned this before. The problem with Gears is, to me, has always been they don't let you miss it. Because there's been a game like every 2 or 3 years, right? 2006, 2008, 2011, 2013, 2014 for Gears Ultimate, 2015, and then 2019, right? 2015, and then they even did Gears. Like, they don't give you any time to sort of breathe and be like, oh, I miss Gears. It's been a while since Gears. 2019 is 5 years ago at this point, and I don't think Gears 6 is coming until 2026. So even by the time it gets here, that's 7 years in between games. At this point, I'm thinking to myself, man, I could really go for another Gears. When before it was like, another Gears? Didn't I just play one of these? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny. It's so funny you bring that up, if I could cut in. Because when you look at the other IP, like, for instance, Fable, we haven't had a new Fable in so long, right? And that's why it feels kind of so special. And it's almost like what happened with Star Wars as well. We took a long break from Star Wars forever. And then when Force Awakens popped up again, everybody, no matter how, it looked, everybody was jazzed. Millions of people were like so happy that this universe is back, because we had so much time to sit back and wait, right? And enjoy other things and look around and then start to miss it. So it's funny you say that, because I completely agree. I think we're getting swamped with all these IP that we, love. And we're getting just too much of. I believe that there's too much content at some point, that they just need to slow down and let us miss it a lot more than most of the big IPs are doing. Like, for instance, God of War, back in the early stages of it, like, we got a lot of God of War, and then it got to a point of saturation with Ascension, I believe, and that didn't land as well as everybody thought, because it was just too much, and then they had to do this whole revamp on it, right? And then it popped again. But I believe that we need this long breath for us to miss something and get a taste for it again. So I agree with you.
I'm looking forward to it, and shout out to Megatron. I see you. Shout out to Xbox Obi. What's going on, bro? Hope everybody is doing well. If you guys are, enjoying the show so far, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new.
Hit it 2 times, because I only got one finger.
Yeah,
so
hit it 2 times.
Hit it for me again.
I would hazard to guess Gear 6 is going to close the show. And I mean close the show in the sense that it'll be the last thing we see before the Call of Duty Direct. Because we know that's actually going to close the show. So Gear 6 is going to be the closer, in my opinion. So I'll ask you this. What's opening the show?
Give me your prediction. Well, I listen to your podcast.
Uh-huh.
I tend to agree with Perfect Dark as well. I think
Right.
Perfect Dark opens right away, and I think they give you the 1, 2, 3 punch. I tweeted this out, but the 1, 2, 3, in my opinion, should be Perfect Dark because it is, like you said, something that there's a narrative behind it. Oh my god, it's in trouble. Oh my god, Xbox management. Oh my god, this that. It's something we haven't seen for a long time. So bring it back, make it show big. And then right after that, because we hear the rumors that, Doom is multi-plat or whatever, give them Doom. So the runner up, boom, Doom comes out,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, that's what I
You
said
hit it with
in my
Doom.
video. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
last year was really good because people were concerned about Fable. We hadn't seen it in 3
Mhm.
years. People were like, what is Playground doing? And they quelled everybody's concerns immediately with the fantastic showing of what the new Fable looks like. Granted, it was short, and there was even still a debate about if it was actually gameplay, but okay, it looks good, looks great, looks fantastic. And it was like, all right, cool. And then boom, they immediately went into another game that we knew Compulsion was working on something, but we didn't know what. We got to see South of Midnight, and
Yes.
it looked really interesting. And then they went into a Star Wars game, which really surprised a lot of people, Star Wars Outlaws, and then Sarah Bond took the floor. So I was like, okay, that worked pretty well. So I sort of patterned my prediction after that. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you could do this instead in the Fable spot, you could do Perfect Dark. People want to see. Nobody's seen or heard anything since, what is it, the Game Awards in 2020? Right?
Yeah.
So
Well, see,
it makes sense. And then I agree with you. I said this in my video. We got a 1-2 punch. You start with Perfect Dark and you go immediately to Doom Dark Ages.
hell yeah.
And that's
You don't
how
stop
you
there,
started
Rand.
off. You don't so
You
you keep
don't
on
start
going.
there.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Dude, you keep on going. Because listen, so following that same outline as the other show, because I believe in hindsight, like I said, when we re-reviewed it, it was really good. It was a well-paced show. So you keep with the formula. And the third game you show right after Doom is you show a third-party game. And that third-party game is not Star Wars. It's Final Fantasy 16.
Ooh, Final Fantasy 16 going with the Square
Yes,
presence.
my friend. Oh yeah. And then when you show that, right? And I don't know what comes out after that, but here's my outline here. Before the middle of the show, you show Avowed. You give us a solid release date on it, right? And then in the middle, so the middle game would be State of Decay 3, right? Give
Okay.
that little re-show that game, State of Decay 3. We have to see it, right? And I mean, there's rumors coming out that they're going to show it here as well. So you set up State of Decay 3, and then after the middle, right after State of Decay 3, you do something of an Activision Game Pass drop. Like you do, I don't know, Black Ops package is coming, and you have all the Black Ops games in Game Pass. And then right after that, we get Clockwork.
Oh, you got the whole list. You're ready.
Yeah, man.
You got everything.
No,
written
see,
down,
this
huh?
is
Okay.
I split down in 3 quarters. Okay, so the first quarter, right, and everything in between I left out. So the first quarter, we got the 1, 2, 3, Perfect Dark, Doom, Final Fantasy 16, and then the middle half, 1, 2, 3, State of Decay, something Activision Blizzard, right? Like I said, a Game Pass drop, and then the second half of the middle, you'd get Clockwork.
Okay.
And you get a solid release date again. And then at the end of the show, now this is where my prediction, I hope happens. The third half, so the third last game they show is going to be COD. Because I think that's similar. They did like something like that with Starfield, right? The last time they showed us Starfield, but smaller glimpse, and then they led into the direct. So give us COD, just a quick trailer to get us hyped. And then before the finale, you show us a ton of Fable gameplay and a release window, right?
You got everything. You got everything planned.
Leading into the finale, my friend.
The finale.
You go Gear 6. But here's the kicker, Rand.
Okay.
All of that is hype, right? It's
It
like,
is.
oh my god, we got
Sounds
Fable
pretty hype.
gameplay, we got a release window. It's like, where's the release dates? That's the crux. The final punch is going to be Gears of War 6. They give you Fable to get you all hyped and jazzed. They give you Gears 6 to end the show, but the caveat is it's just a cinematic Gears of War 6 trailer, we get no gameplay.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
That's most of my show.
That's most of your show. I mean, there's supposed to be like 30 some odd games there, over 15 from Xbox Game Studios. So there's supposed to be a lot. We don't know the runtime of the actual showcase outside of the Direct. Maybe an hour and 15. I will say, though, there is a potential other opener that I have been toying around with in my mind outside of Perfect Dark.
Oh.
And that is
Final Fantasy VII.
No. I think Final Fantasy. Okay. And for anybody just joining us, I hope everybody's doing well. Get excited. I will full screen the event when it starts. It's not going to remain in that small little box there. I think Final Fantasy's been locked down until the trilogy is over, so don't expect that anytime soon. I actually, even though I said this in my video, that I thought Final Fantasy 16 will be here, I don't think it'll be here. I don't think it's hitting Xbox until next year, so I don't think it will be at the show, right? So sometimes I change my mind on stuff. The other opener I was toying around with in my mind is, what if they open with Call of Duty?
Yeah. Oh my god, they got the did they the hype music coming in 30 minutes before? That's crazy. All right.
So what I was thinking was,
Call of Duty.
The other thing you could potentially do here is open up with Call of Duty. We know that Call of Duty is going to be in the show outside of the Direct because Starfield was. A lot of people are going to be tuning in to hear Call of Duty. It's a huge get for Xbox to be back on the stage. Day one Game Pass and all that. I wouldn't be surprised if they take the opportunity just this time. It wouldn't be like every year to open up the show with Call of Duty instead of like Perfect Dark or something. Just, something to keep in mind. We do have a couple super chats here I wanted to get to. We have Nightwolf with the 10. I have to see State of Decay 3. I mean, isn't the only thing we've seen from them was the original CG reveal trailer? Also, I'll forever hold my breath for a lights turn-off moment than Splinter Cell. I mean, I would love that. I don't think we'll see Splinter Cell this year, unfortunately. I think we need to let them cook on that. But you should get your wish, because it sort of leaked yesterday that there is going to be a new State of Decay 3 trailer because Undead Labs changed their logo. And at the bottom of the press release was basically mentioning like, hey, we also revealed our new trailer for State of Decay 3. So you're going to get your wish, Nightwolf. State of Decay 3 does sound like it's actually here. We also have Michael Mooney with the 5. 2 new controllers, with one being a Portal-like Elite controller with 5G accessories. Okay.
No, please, God, no. Please, no.
More controllers. What's up, Gunstar? Because people were speculating new controllers because the Gear Shop is closed. Right? But that's not the Microsoft store. The Gear Shop is where you buy t-shirts, hats, paraphernalia for Xbox. So I don't know why you would close that if you're selling controllers. Maybe it'd be like a new Gears 6 t-shirt or a new Perfect Dark t-shirt design, or a new Doom design or something.
Rand.
What?
They're going to drop so much. Just think of how awesome the Call of Duty and the Avowed merch is going to be.
Mm-hmm. The Avowed merch could be really good.
Yeah, Avowed merch is gonna pop off, man, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that, unless it's like Gears 6 logo stuff and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm hyped.
What about the rumors about the Shadow Drop or the hardware? Are we getting any hardware? What do you think?
Oh, hold on. I want to talk more about your opener here. COD.
I'm just saying.
COD, though.
I'm just saying, in my mind, I could see COD opening because this is a Call of Duty branded show. It's an ABK integration. Call of Duty hasn't been on an Xbox stage since 2014. I could see them opening with COD. as like a business move to be like, here, right?
Yeah, I would hate you if that came true.
You would hate me.
I would hate you if that came true.
Yeah.
I think the reason why I put it third last is because I think it just mirrors the 1, 2, 3 punch that you do on the top of the show, and then you get people hyped towards the end in the same type of way. And then you lead into the things that people want to hear about the most because we already know Call of Duty showing up, right?
Right.
So you mirror the 1, 2, 3, but at the end, and you give us like the big punchers at the last two, right? Which would be Gear 6 and probably anything really from first party that we haven't seen a lot. It could even be like Outer Worlds or something.
A banjo, finally.
Or
the
no,
banjo. Will the
get
banjo
that-
bros
you know how-
be happy this year?
Paris made me die yesterday. I attacked him. I attacked Banjo Kazooie yesterday night on the podcast, and he was not happy about it. But yeah, I don't think Banjo shows up here, but the Banjo Bros are going to hold their breath. But yeah, that's how I see it. I think you really have to maintain hype in all 3 quarters. And I think in the last quarter, that's how you maintain it, is that you put in the Call of Duty at the end, since we already know, right? We already know we have a direct after. It doesn't deserve to open the show, you know what I mean? But it deserves to be there in the last 3. And that's it. And that's what I think.
Well, I mean,
Now we
that's
could
good.
go
What
into
about
rumors.
what about Shadow Drop?
Yeah, the Shadow Drop. Before everybody was starting to talk about this, I really thought it was Towerborn because I thought that was a beginning of the year type of thing.
Supposed to
which we
be
didn't get.
a game this year. Supposed to release this year.
Yeah, exactly. And where you put that would be, I would have thought, near the beginning quarters of the year, right? To get that into Game Pass, get people playing, and then you have Hellblade right after, right? I thought that would have been a fun little, lead of the year, but apparently not. But people have been testing it and all that stuff, so I was really thinking that would be the tower. That would be the Shadow Drop, is Towerborn, and I think it's still my pick because I know that some people are saying no, but I think that's still my pick. Towerborn, Shadow Drop, for sure.
Okay.
How about you, man?
I don't think it's a game. I think it's the Starfield creation mod kit. So you can actually go and do all the Starfield modding to your heart's content and stuff, essentially.
Huh.
That's what I think it is. What about...
And that's not part of like the... So you think that wouldn't be part of like the Shattered Space kind of thing?
Well, I think Shattered Space is going to be there for sure. It'll have a trailer. But I also think that'll be... I don't think the Shadow Drop is a game. I know people are like, Gears Collection. I would bet money that Gears Collection is not here. I do think it is real. I think it's a 2025 release. I don't think it's here. People were like you speculating Towerborn. I don't really think that makes a lot of sense for the game. The game's still doing like betas and stuff. I mean, people like Age of Mythology Retold. I don't really think a lot of the games they have would benefit from that. But like something that you could play in Starfield where you could kind of download mods and start doing mod stuff, I think that could benefit it. So I think that's that. Do you think we'll get hardware? New controller, the haptics, the White Series X digital, or the handheld tees, you know what I mean? Like,
man, dude, just talking about it, I'm so happy. Dude, Rand, I love all handhelds. So I'm that dude that has all the Chinese knockoff like handheld PCs, right? I got the JPDs, I got the ANEOs, I got all those things. I got 3, I think. I love handhelds. That's how I enjoy my gaming time at night. I just lie down next to my girlfriend and we have a kick with... She plays on the Switch, I'll play on the PC handheld, or we're both playing Switch, whatever. But yeah, that's a big component in my life. But sadly, I always thought that this is the cherry on top for the Game Awards, when in a year that Microsoft might be heavily inside those Game Awards, meaning, before Hellblade came out, I thought it was a shoo-in, right? So in my head, it was going to be Hellblade's going to be nominated, something like, I don't know, maybe... I don't know, Avowed, I don't know what game, shoot out a game, would be there in some sort of way. And then your presence would be, hey, here's this handheld, and you do a handheld reveal. And then Call of Duty, obviously leading into Game Pass, you'd market it with Call of Duty, being like, here's the handheld. And on the handheld, when you reveal it, it's like Game Pass and then like Call of Duty a picture on the screen or whatever, right? And that's how you would market it and get people hyped. So in my mind, that's how it would go. And there's so much eyes on the showcase itself because Keighley gets a lot of views. So I thought, oh my god, this would be a perfect like spot to revive the hardware if it was, and you know, if there was a spot to put it, it would be there at that time, at that point.
We do have a leak, by the way, which isn't that surprising because they sort of already said this, but Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is coming October 25th. The Xbox Store just leaked it, and the multiplayer launches with 16 new maps. So, October 25th
we could talk,
is the date
we could
for
talk more,
the new COD.
More on that in a second. But yeah, I think the hardware would be announced with a Call of Duty / Game Pass stamp on it, and for a handheld, I think that would be perfect. So no, I don't think a handheld is necessary to tease here. I think if we do get hardware, it's going to be the boring hardware. It's going to be the white, like you said.
I wouldn't mind the
XS.
controller with the haptics though. I like haptics. I just don't like the adaptive triggers on the PlayStation. I like the haptics though.
Hell yeah. Like if they do like that spinorama of like the console, white console, and then they would do a spin and the controllers next to it, and they just do it in one shot. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
I would enjoy that. I like the Xbox controller. It's the reason why I got into games. You know, Xbox was the easiest controller for me to hold with the grip that I do. So that's why I'm an Xbox fan. So
the Xbox controller is the best.
Controller.
Asymmetrical sticks for the win. I love the asymmetrical sticks.
Well, that's the problem. It's funny you say that, Rand, because the PlayStation DualSense and whatever, all iterations of the PlayStation controller just never worked for me because the sticks are where they are. It's like how I play as a claw grip gamer, and I use my legs for the triggers. So like the PlayStation one just makes it impossible, like actually impossible, and I hate it, and I never adapted to it. So that's why I'm here. As well as like, you know, the community features that Xbox launched with, to me, always resembled PCs. So, yeah, controller would be a good thing.
Yeah, we have on the countdown, it says 18 minutes and 41 seconds until the show starts. We have a super chat here from Christopher Jetzer for 5. It says, on the Nate the Hates podcast with MVG, speculated that Capcom might be making a Dead Rising reboot for Microsoft. Do you think this is a possibility? Sure. Ooh. I mean, I think Jez has mentioned that there might be a new Dead Rising in development, although it was really early. So even if that is true, I doubt it would show up. But, you know, Dead Rising is a fun franchise. I wouldn't...
Hell yeah. Did you enjoy it? Like, did you enjoy it a lot? Are you a fan of it? Because I enjoyed Dead Rising
I loved Dead Rising 1. I enjoyed Dead Rising 3. I didn't play 2. And then I didn't really play 4. It just kind of depends on what it is.
So fun. Yeah, very goofy fun, you know? Are you a zombies guy at all? Like, do you usually enjoy zombies?
It depends. I used to be zombies quite a bit. Sometimes it gets oversaturated. You know, interesting thing here, you know, with the Xbox Store leaking the Call of Duty date, is that they also leaked that Game Pass members will have the option to upgrade to the Vault Edition for $30 on the store.
Oh.
So another way to get extra money, probably even play it early. They sort of do this sort of stuff. Forza Horizon 5. Trying to think of the other one. Starfield had the early access stuff, and we know COD always sells like the Vault Edition. So as you know, Game Pass, if you have that, you can essentially for just $30 upgrade to it, and most likely play it early. But that looks like it also leaked on the store as well, which I assume that would be the case. Drayton Manor says, "Why
Yes.
is Rand the man with the million?" Because I have a million gamer score. I know there's always new people discovering the channel. I call myself the man with the million, and I'm
More than a million.
well more than a million
More
now.
than a
But I'm
million.
not really in the whole achievement thing anymore. I was like the 5th person to break it, and there's plenty of men with the million at this point. Hell, I think there's a couple men with 4 million right now. But yeah, that's why I call myself. Well, it wasn't even really me. I think somebody used. I think it was like Ibarra said you should call yourself the man with the million or something.
That's so funny.
Um,
That's so good. Oh my god.
Champagne
Yabara,
Supernova
that's
with
a
the
good
5
guy.
says, "Awake at 2:45 a.m. Australia time to see the sequels to Blackthorn, Shadow Complex, and the Ori 3 announcement. I hope you boys enjoy the show." I would love an Ori 3. I don't know. Do I want an Ori 3 though? Like Ori 2 ended so perfectly.
Yeah,
I
you
mean, I guess
do, Rand. What you mean?
Yeah,
you
but
do.
but Ori 2 ended perfectly.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need
Yeah.
another one. Because how could the next one be even better than the second one? Second one was almost perfect.
Bro, how? Oh, you're not a Nintendo fan. Well, people said that with Mario Galaxy, right? The first Mario Galaxy was incredible and it was ridiculous, and then the second one comes out and just destroys it, and you're like, "What? How is this even possible?"
Yeah,
But it's competing with themselves kind of makes them better. You know what I mean? So
that's
if they
true.
care about Ori, I think the third one would be magnificent. But
Commander
yeah.
Shepard, member for 47 months. Thank you. He says, "Take a guess what game I want an update on." This is my favorite podcast on the Citadel. I do believe BioWare will be here. So BioWare will be here, but not with Mass Effect.
Whoa.
I think we will see a trailer for Dragon Age Veilguard, the newly renamed Dragon Age
Yeah.
Dreadwolf. So
Yeah, they had that suspicious, like, I don't know, placeholder or whatever, right? On the store. Was that it? Like they popped up
yeah, it
like
popped up, but
Dreadwolf
I don't really think that means much. So
Okay.
I think we'll see them there. I think Ubisoft will be there with Assassin's Creed Shadows, maybe even Star Wars Outlaws. I think. Yeah,
How are you on
third.
the Star Wars IP?
I love Star Wars just as much as anybody else. I am interested in this Ubisoft one. Granted, also it comes out on my birthday, so or at least the early
Nice.
access version. So I'll probably be checking out Star Wars Outlaws when it comes out. I mean, third parties are always hard to predict because there could be any of them. New games that we have no idea. I think Stalker 2 might be here again. Makes sense. That game's supposed to come out in September. I wouldn't be
Could
surprised
that
if
be
they
the
had a
Shadow
trailer.
drop?
No, they already have a release date for it. It's in September.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, we're getting
Yeah.
close. 13 minutes. We got over
Oh,
1,000
I'm so
people
excited.
watching, which is incredible. That you would want to be here with us instead of watching it wherever you could. So hit the like button, please. Subscribe if you haven't already. Because I'll probably end up making a video about the show after the show. I'm trying to get back into making videos. You know what I mean, bro? It's been a while. I kind of got burnt out.
You do a good
for a
short.
bit.
You do a good short video, Rand. You
A
really
good
do.
short
You
video.
should
My
do-
last video was 21 minutes long. Not exactly short.
Yeah, it's short.
Yeah.
It's short.
Nowadays, people just
People
want
are
like
so
they
used
want
to-
TikToks and they want shorts and stuff. And I'm not funny and I
No.
can't really do short content. But whatever.
Honestly, Rand, to be honest, people are going to be at some point the pendulum will swing the other way and people will want to be curious again, because right now we're being taught not to be very curious. So if you just stick to that curated content, that intellectual content, and take your time with it, I think people are going to like that more than the TikToks nowadays. So I would stick with the nice 15 to 20 minute videos for teaching people how to have comprehension again.
Yeah,
You know,
comprehension.
yeah, do that.
Oh man, I can't wait. Have you been checking out all the photos of every? Do you want to go to LA one year for the Xbox Fan Fest stuff? Do all
Dude,
that sort of thing?
100%.
Yeah.
I've been out of the like I said, my athletic career kind of took over mostly everything, even my job, full-time job. So the gaming was my saving grace every night, every day, to take my mind off of some things. So I need to be around this. I'm noticing that I need to be around it a lot more. And my girlfriend is part of that. So yeah, hell yeah, and anywhere to be with the community, hell yeah, I want to go 100%.
Yeah, maybe I'll go next year. Jez was saying they were at the IGN thing or the Xbox event yesterday, and a lot of people came up to him and basically said how much they really like and enjoy Xbox 2, which is pretty crazy to me. So
Why is it crazy?
I don't know.
You
Like
had a good fan
he
base
was
for a
saying,
while.
people in the industry like were coming up to
Okay.
him and being like, "Hey, I listened to Xbox 2 and I like it," and I was like, "What?"
Mm.
It's kind of nuts, still nuts to me. I mean, me and Jez just we don't have we know the show rambles on. It's 4 hours long. Sometimes it's like there's no structure to the show. We just are two just dudes talking about stuff, you know? I mean, I was invited to go. I did get an invite from Xbox to go, but you know, I didn't.
So what made you not do it?
I don't know. There's just a part of me that's like, I don't really want to spend the money on a plane and a hotel and all that stuff to just watch something in a theater that I can just watch from my house. But I don't know. I'm also not like a big crowds person. Not saying that I can't do it. I much rather like, you know, chill. So
Yeah, I get you.
You know,
You're more introverted in that way.
oh yeah, I'm incredibly introverted. My buddy Joaquin has a question for you. He needs to ask.
Oh, what's up?
He wants to know if you read The First Law by Joe Abercrombie.
First Law. Oh, you're testing me, yeah?
I mean, I've read it. I've read all 9 books. Have you read First Law?
I have not.
Oh my lord, what are you doing with your life?
I have not.
Oh my lord.
I have not. That's savage.
You need to rectify that mistake immediately and go get Blade the Blade itself right now.
Let's see. What is it called? Look at
the
this.
first book is called The Blade
Amazon.ca.
itself.
The Blade
Yes.
itself. Look at this. Live on air. You can hear my typing. I type really fast for 2 fingers, by the way. You're welcome. All right. The Blade. Yep. Okay. Right here. First Law. Boom.
You better get that. Champagne
Buy now,
Supernova
one
with the
click.
2. Not going to lie, that Wuchang delay stung a bit. Yeah, it sucks. Game looks pretty cool. The fact that it's not coming out on Xbox day one is sad. For anybody that wanted to play it on Xbox day one, at least it's still coming to the platform. You know, you have to wonder what's the problem there? Is it Series S? Is it other sort of things? You know?
Yeah, that was a weird one, right, Rand? Like, I get it. You kind of want to, if you're a small team, you kind of want to choose the platforms that are more popular first, right? And whether we truly believe Xbox is not as popular or whatever, they just aren't. That's just the reality. PC players and PlayStation players, there's just more out there at the moment. So maybe they're prioritizing that, but it was announced, right? Along with all these platforms, you'd think they want to do a simultaneous release. You'd think that Xbox would be kind of smart enough to send a team, maybe like Baldur's Gate, or do you think like they're just gonna watch this thing get all the awards and then be like, okay, time to finally send a team out there to get this going quickly and miss out before we miss out again? What do you think is going to happen with this thing? Do you think it's going to land hard?
Do I think what's going to land hard? Because I was just changing. Wuchang? I think Wukong's going to be good.
Yeah, because it's going to be devastating if Microsoft could have saw this coming, didn't choose to do anything about it, and then it lands like Baldur's Gate 3, and then you're missing out on all the hype again. Like that would be kind of devastating. Yeah, it looks really good, man. That's one that's very confusing that they haven't made sure that people actually get it day one. But yeah.
Yeah. We're less than 8 minutes to go. I full screened it. I will unmute it when we get closer so we don't have to all hear the music.
Oh, buddy. Look at all these photos of all these guys, Paris and stuff like that. Are you getting FOMO a little bit?
No, actually not really.
No?
No, I mean, I used to. I mean, I've been to E3. I went to E3 2016. That was a lot of fun. Dream come true. Broke 1 million gamer score on stage inside Xbox with Phil Spencer and stuff. It was great. And I used to sort of get that FOMO of seeing everybody out there, all my friends enjoying themselves. But the last couple years, nah, actually haven't. Mainly because I think I wanted to go in those years, and I couldn't. Whether it was money issues or different reasons. Now it's more like I could go if I wanted to. I just don't care to. If that makes sense.
Oh, I get that. I get that. I my partner is very introverted in a lot of ways, and she has that same mind. Like going anywhere really is like she's like I don't really know. I don't really care about it. Then you force them in it, then they really enjoy it, then they are happy about it, then they go home and then do it with the next event. I think you'd enjoy it if Jez like grabbed you, put him on your on his shoulders, and brought you in the plane himself and dragged you there. Maybe
I wish it
a
was
lot.
here in Chicago, so I wouldn't have to fly. Because it's still a 5-hour flight to LA from Chicago. Still like a pretty lengthy flight and stuff, but.
All those people, all the good times, the networking, all that good stuff. You miss out.
Yeah.
But
Ooh.
whatever. Who cares?
Man, the excitement's
Or
building.
sucks anyway.
The excitement is building.
If you hear this.
Suck the caption off. I don't want to have the caption on. Leave it off. Stupid. Let me
yeah, man.
Let me actually playback speed.
Oh,
Let's speed it up a little bit.
Do we see Sarah Bond or anyone on stage?
Yeah, I think Phil will be on stage. For sure.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, usually it was Sarah Bond, Pete Hines, Phil,
yes.
right? I don't think
it was Sarah Bond, I think.
Sarah Bond came out first, and then with Pete Hines introducing Fallout 76 and the other ones, and then Phil at the end. So I think we'll definitely see Phil. As for the rest, maybe Phil at the start or the beginning. I guess it depends on how they want to play this. Like, do you have, if you're really doing hardware, does the stuff you announce at the end before the Call of Duty thing, do you have Sarah announce the hardware because she's president of Xbox? Do you have Phil intro the show this time instead of ending the show? I don't know.
I think we don't see. I don't think we see Phil at all. I think we see Phil only at the hour interview, and I think Sarah takes the helm.
Right. Captain Awesome says, I always screw up your name. Gamsley. Gamsley, right? Gamsley? That's what it is.
Yeah, Gamsley.
Ask Gamsley if we will see Brotato 2 at the show. You want to get that?
This is an inside.
The
this is an inside
stuff.
joke. Yeah, this is an inside joke. Like the first Xbox Series podcast that Game On Asa and I and Deadly made, I recommended, because we do this segment where I recommend a game every time, and I recommended Brotato, and Asa was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see it," and it turns out Asa just hates this game with a passion. He just hates it. He thinks it's so terrible.
Isn't the game very much like Vampire Survivors?
Yes, but way less interesting. But it serves a purpose. It's just really fun. It's fun. Asa is a robot. If you're listening, Asa, you suck. Anyways, point is, Brotato's amazing, and no, we don't see Brotato 2.
Hey, Champagne Supernova with the 2 says, crazy, Xbox is the only reason there's E3 hype. That's true. But also,
yes.
Dr. Opposite says, last minute guess on the opener. Guys got 2 minutes and 54 seconds left. Put it in chat. What's opening up the show? Let me see those predictions. What's opening the show, gentlemen? What do you think? What do we got? Perfect Dark? Call of Duty? Something else? Gear 6? Could be a lot of things, man. We're getting close. June 9th.
Can't wait.
Almost here. 2 minutes and 29 seconds.
Lego Horizon.
Lego Horizon. Half-Life 3. Someone says. Okay. Doom. I think Doom's going to be second.
Yeah, Doom's gonna be sick.
Can't wait to see that, man. Can't wait to see it. I'm very interested to also see
Doom's
what
first?
Avowed's gonna look like. Because we'll see Avowed and we'll see Indiana Jones. I think Avowed will get a release date, and hopefully Indiana Jones does as well. But we've seen a lot of Indiana Jones, and we've seen quite a bit of Avowed. So I wonder how it improves from the January.
Damn!
direct.
Look at this. Xbox Nation, Scalebound 2. That's a good one.
Oh my God, Xbox. Here we go. Let me unmute it.
Yeah, dude. What if Doom opens?
What if Doom opens?
Yeah. Would you like Doom opening?
Yeah, sure, why not? I wouldn't mind it opening.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. My God, Final Fantasy 16.
Loud? Yeah. Oh, we're starting. We're in. You ready? What's opening, gentlemen?
Let's go, baby.
All right.
Oh my God. Okay, early.
Ooh, a countdown? That's Call of Duty,
Sure
isn't
content. Yes. Yeah, it's Call of Duty. You're right, Rand.
it?
Trust anyone.
You just know things, Rand.
Do I just know
Just know
things?
things. You just know things. Now I'm angry at you.
Good evening. The Soviet Union is no more. Despite a potential for instability and chaos,
I figured they
these
couldn't
events
help
clearly
themselves.
serve our national interests.
Yeah. Too big
Free
to ignore.
from the specter of global conflict.
In-game footage and cinematics.
Today we celebrate
Oh,
the mystery
this
of America
stream's already gonna get
renewal.
claimed.
Something's going on.
Poor you guys.
Something big. I figured if I stuck around hell long enough, I'd see the devil.
How's he look?
The agency is compromised. We're being hunted from the inside.
Ooh, was that vehicles?
Hey, I'm always down for the stories in Call of Duty, so
Yeah.
give me the
Might be
campaigns.
better if you do.
Hey, something you should see.
It's Mason.
What the hell?
What are the numbers? What do they mean?
Don't trust anyone.
You broke into a CIA black site. Are you out of your mind?
Things got complicated.
Okay.
May God continue to bless the United States of America.
You just got a first look
There's
at the
Phil.
campaign for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Set in the 1990s after the Cold War ends, where the truth isn't what it seems. It's an honor to stand here representing the creative teams at Activision. And please stay tuned after the showcase, where we will take you inside the studios to hear directly from Treyarch and Raven, who are working on Call of Duty Black Ops 6. You'll get a 25-minute deep dive into the story and a sneak peek at multiplayer and zombies.
25 minutes, huh?
It's been 10 years since Call of Duty has been in our show.
Knew he mentioned
It's
that.
been even longer since all
Yeah.
Call of Duty players got the same game at the same time. Going forward, everyone will experience the game, including the Black Ops 6 beta, the season expansions, and the updates at launch. There are currently over 100 million people who play Call of Duty every month.
He looks happy. Phil looks
We
happy.
hope to grow that community by making Black Ops 6 the first Call of Duty game that will be available in Game Pass day one.
There we go.
So no matter where you choose to play, everyone is welcome to experience Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on October 25th. I'm incredibly excited for today's show.
Can't wait to play the campaign. That
Standing
looked
here
cool.
thinking about all the passion that has gone in to making this show what it is. It's an honor to share the latest efforts from our partners around the
What's
world.
second, Doom? Like
and
you said?
from our own
Yeah,
creative teams
yeah,
at
do more
Activision,
Perfect Dark.
Bethesda, Blizzard, and Xbox Game
Yeah,
Studios,
let's go. Let's go.
who are doing what I believe is some of their best work ever. And now I get to introduce something
heart's
that
at,
is
like, 200%.
special to me.
Ooh. What
As
is it, Phil?
someone who has played games for as long as I
Banjo.
have, it's amazing
That's not
to
gonna
get
be
to
Banjo.
set up this world premiere.
Oh, it's going to be Doom. It's going to be Doom,
So
baby.
thank you all for joining us, and please enjoy the show.
God, is Doom
Second game, Doom, world premiere. Bethesda, all right.
Bethesda, yeah,
all
it
right.
is. It's fucking Doom, baby.
We going?
Rand knows
We going to the Dark Ages?
truth. Before he
Ooh,
became a
you know
hero.
what this is? Before he became a hero, he was the super weapon of gods and kings. Oh, that's Doom. That's Doom, all right.
Yo, what?
Look at that.
Yo, that's crazy.
Medieval
What is
Doom.
this? Dude, I'm popping off.
Dude, look at that.
Crazy. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy because they ended the story with Ancient Gods Part 2. Oh,
I know, right? Oh my
look at his drip, dude.
Dude, he has a shield. What? Bro.
Oh, this looks incredible.
Is that a chainsaw shield? Oh, that's incredible.
This is probably getting claimed as well.
Yeah, there were... Oh my god.
Doesn't have the vibrant color scheme of the last one. It's more darker, muted.
I like that, though.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh, is that a
Dude.
Oh my god.
This
What
trailer is
this?
incredible. Doom: The Dark Ages. Yes, baby.
Wow.
Knew it was next year.
Oh, wow.
Knew it was next year.
Wow.
Yes. Game
There's the
Pass,
Game
Series
Pass
X,
Flash.
PC. What a way to
Excellent.
start it. I mean, the Call of Duty
What a
thing
way.
is whatever, but going out with Doom, that is
very good. And it's
that's a
very
web-
interesting.
Ooh. Into an
Oh.
Xbox Game Studios. We going right into Perfect Dark, maybe?
Yeah, it was
I don't
reversed,
know.
maybe.
Oh,
Oh.
State of Decay 3?
Oh, State of Decay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who did you love?
Whoa.
What did you believe?
It does look much improved. There's the new logo.
Much improved, Rand.
Let's
Very
ask
much
now.
improved.
We all knew the risks when we ventured out beyond the gates. But you helped us make something greater than the fear and death that surrounded us. We found hope in each other.
Help! I'm surrounded. They're everywhere. There's way more than I was expecting.
And even if we bought the other survivors just one more day, the sacrifice would be worth it.
What do you think? Is this kind of in-engine stuff, or is this CGI?
Be worth it.
Yeah, no, this is in engine for sure. Yes, this is very State of Decay to me. Yeah, see,
That
we
looks
just saw it
decent.
right there. Yeah.
I mean, if it looks like that, we're in for a treat.
Yeah, they cut. See, this is gameplay.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah,
And
for
that's
sure.
helped us
Without the
find
HUD, of
courage
course.
to
Wow.
keep going.
I knew the Coalition was helping on this game.
The thing about this series, friend, is that it has a huge cult following, you know? It really did do something new for zombies. Now it just looks pretty, too. I'm hyped.
Hey, this is already better than Summer Games Fest. It's only three games in.
Yeah. Doom looked
I didn't know you well.
insane, Rand.
I know.
There's also concern for the music in Doom, but it seems like they nailed it.
Every sacrifice we make matters and will never be forgotten.
The infection. So cool.
No one is forgotten.
You think we get a year? 2025?
If it's this year.
Nah, there's no way it's this year.
Oh no.
It's a pretty good trailer.
Nothing.
I thought it was a pretty good trailer.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
That was cool.
so-
No release date. That's,
No release year.
That's harsh.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect it anytime soon. Oh, here's Dragon Age,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Well, it's certainly
Has
not
to be.
Mass Effect.
Not looking good, old friend. This'll take more than you and me.
What are you thinking?
We need someone to be our eyes and ears in the shadows.
And someone to bring a little darkness to the daylight.
I haven't played a Dragon Age game since the first one.
We're going
See,
into the fade, aren't
this
we?
coming out, let's say,
And digging up a lot
Baldur's
of
Gate 3
buried
might have hit
secrets.
way different, but since Baldur's Gate 3 came out, this is hitting for me a lot more.
What about Darkspawn?
Yeah. Someone who will stand between us and a pack of demons.
Are you a Baldur's Gate 3 fan, Ren?
I haven't played it.
You know there will be
Oh,
dragons.
you got it.
Right. We'll need someone with fire in their blood. One more thing. This crew needs a leader. Someone we can count on. Someone that the world can count on. But where are we gonna find?
Okay, this fall. So they don't really know what date yet. I mean, hey, it's a great start to the show.
Yeah.
I know, but
Oh,
is this
it's
Fallout
keep
or something
going.
else?
All right. Live service, probably.
Indiana Jones.
WeJ streams.
Oh,
Oh,
Starfield.
Starfield.
Okay.
Here we go, baby.
Shattered Space. Wait.
Yeah.
We have received a distress call of unknown origin. There is no record of a star station in this orbit. Something is not right.
Whoa.
This is the serpent's will.
House of Rune story. Kind of what everybody thought it would be.
Yeah, it has to be, yeah. House of Varun was the most interesting thing, I think, about the game that was not answered.
look at that.
Oh
and
man.
choose your words carefully. They will determine how long you live. You trespass in the home of House Varun. Your fate will be decided by the Great Serpent.
Can you feel its embrace encircling your heart? Constricting until there is no more you. Only us.
Dude, I'm loving the art. I'm
Oh,
loving the
dude,
color
yeah.
placements and stuff. This looks great.
Yeah. I would agree. I would definitely agree. They were really good at lighting in this game. Oh, what? That's some Fallout stuff. You see that? That was creepy.
They haven't. Maybe they'll date it.
No date.
Oh, new content
I'm
coming
from the
tonight. I
Trackers
wonder what it could be.
Alliance. We have a proposal for you.
Here's your shadow drop.
I wish you the best of luck.
Nope, there's the mod stuff.
Oh, you were right. None of these are predictions, Rand. I'm with Jez here.
Yeah. Creation kit. Creations. Okay.
Awesome. That's awesome.
I mean, Shattered Space looks really good. That's when I will get back into Starfield. That looked really good. Maybe they'll give
Yeah.
a date at
Did you?
Gamescom, perhaps?
Yeah, maybe.
Another Bethesda? We gonna go into Fallout?
Yeah, another one.
Voltathon 76 is
Yes.
sponsored
Oh
in
my
part
god.
by Sugar
Ah,
Bomb
it's 76.
Breakfast
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, you knew it was gonna be 76.
Yeah.
Folks, if you're just joining
Looking
us,
for a
we are
remaster,
I would
man.
love it if they
in the
had like a
10th
logo
consecutive
reveal for
hour
like Fallout New
of our
Vegas 2 or
Voltathon
something,
76 drive.
right?
We've got
Yeah.
operators standing by.
Or a remaster.
Oh,
I would
it
take a
looks like we've got
remaster,
one.
honestly. Of anything, really.
Skyline Valley. He's sending the whole family to Vault.
We're only 17 minutes in, too.
How about that? Skyline
There's some
Valley.
crazy stuff.
Beautiful country. Right in the heart of Shenandoah.
It's kind of crazy how much the TV show has boosted up, like,
Call now to
Fallout.
20 million, right?
And the over
Yeah.
It's like
17
20 million
Vault
for
dwellers
76.
already on board. And let's keep those numbers climbing.
Got 4 on the line from AVR Medical
More coming in
Center.
for wheeling.
I love the breaking the
Vault
fourth wall
76
thing
is
as
a
well.
growing community, and strong community can weather any storm. Why, just take a look at our Skyline Valley neighbors in Vault 63. The greatest scientific minds are hard at work, cooking up shocking new ways to protect and preserve this Appalachian Eden. Yes, Skyline Valley is a stunning portrait of Mother Nature in repose. From the picturesque Shenandoah National Park to its majestic wildlife.
Have you went back to 76, Rand?
I've never played
Skyline Valley is a
76.
welcome home
I didn't
to
even play Fallout 4.
and don't forget to bring home a
Oh my
souvenir or
god.
two.
And after the show, you
When the
didn't
bombs
feel like
start
jumping in?
dropping, don't
I might
come
play
out.
Fallout 4.
Call now to reserve your place in Vault
I wonder if this
76.
drops tonight, because people went out to that event.
Still not sold?
Another shadow drop?
I suppose having skin is not for everyone.
Days of Ghouls.
Early 2025.
June 12th? Okay, so soon enough. What's next, man? Jeez. It's been...
World
There you
premiere.
go.
Yeah, alright.
Whoa.
Soon she'll wake and paint again.
What's this?
Paint a new number. Ticking down
Something
every
new,
year.
that's for sure.
One stroke. And every one of that age vanishes into nothingness. Every year she paints again. And every year an expedition departs for the continent with one hopeless mission. Destroy the paintress so she can never paint death again.
What
We'll break the cycle so she can't steal anyone else's future.
This world is full of wonders.
Yet everywhere we go, we walk with death.
Do you mean we're the only ones left?
Whoa. Dude, these... What the hell?
Looks crazy, dude. What is this? It's got like, it seems like it has the old school Final Fantasy like ATV on the left side.
Yeah, this kind of looks turn-based.
Yeah, it does.
This is interesting. Yeah, it definitely is turn-based, right? Like you got the three people standing there. Interesting.
Someone keeps on asking
Even
if
if we
Microsoft
fail,
Flight Sim is going to be in the chat
lay the
or
trail for those who will
showcase.
come
It
after.
should be, I think.
No.
It needs a release
think so.
date. 33 Immortals.
Our
Expedition
Wow.
33.
Cool.
Okay. That look interesting.
Very cool. Yeah.
Super cool.
Game Pass. Wow.
All right,
Okay.
that's cool. I'm down for that.
Yeah, I love that, like UE5 look, but turn-based stuff. That's
Xbox
cool
Game
stuff.
Studios. Okay.
Perfect Dark Rand. Come on.
Do you think there's a chance my mom's still alive?
If your mom's anything like you here, she'll keep fighting.
Oh, this
till
is
we find
South of Midnight.
Oh,
Yeah, well, Compulsion's tags on the car. Okay.
hard to believe this is all really happening.
You mean to tell me your mama never told you stories about critters and weavers?
The look of this
you're
game
lucky
is
I
so
come
unique.
along.
What?
That's two-toed Tom. Big gator. I gotta drop you off fast.
After I got you out of that tree, you said you helped me find my mama.
I ain't of the disposition to be gator snacks.
Well, me neither.
If we're gonna go on, we gotta get rid of him.
I'm all ears.
There's a church up a ways with a big bell. Go on and ring it.
You
Oh
want to
yeah,
make
come
him
on,
come
give me
running?
gameplay.
Tom can't abide the
This is a
sound of the
mission for
bell.
sure.
Some church folks once tried to dynamite him, and he didn't take that too kind. If you ring that bell, he might skedaddle.
You better not skedaddle.
Go on now, scoot. I'll pick you up yonder after to go find your mom.
Game's got to be like 2025, I would imagine.
Funny ass mudcat.
All right, here we go.
Whoa.
All right.
Whoa.
That looks honestly
That
better
looks-
than I was thinking it was going to look.
Gotta move quickly now.
Yeah, this. Wow. The lighting in this is very, very
Back
nice.
to back to back.
Wait, that floating island is the gator?
It's very weird. It looks like a better Kena, you know? Like it has a Kena vibe to it.
Very colorful as well. Okay. Combat. 3 special abilities at the top on cooldown.
Okay.
All right, that's cool.
All right.
Definitely
Yeah,
way
see,
different
it-
than We Happy Few and Contrast
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? But have you played Kena Bridge of Spirits? Like this
I have
gives
not.
you. Oh my god, this is giving me some of those vibes, but much
There it is.
prettier.
Now to get over there.
Ooh.
This is way better than I thought it would
Look
be.
at the background.
honestly.
Yeah,
I didn't really
look
have
at the
any hope in
background.
Compulsion because I didn't like their previous games.
What the hell?
John!
is kind of cool, Rand. This is kind of cool.
It's different.
Interesting. Okay.
Give us a year, 2025. There you go.
2025, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Chat, how do we feel about South of Midnight, the gameplay showing? I thought that was showed off really, really well.
Yeah.
Very,
I thought that
very
was pretty
pretty.
cool. Flexing their muscle with the look.
Blizzard. Okay, so is this Diablo or World of Warcraft? What do you think?
Diablo. And World.
Okay, it's Diablo. It looks like
World of
Diablo.
Warcraft.
In darkness.
Oh yeah. It's Diablo. You're right again.
She slumbers.
We knew it was going to be there.
And dreams.
Oh.
Oh no, World of
It's
Warcraft. It's Jez.
I was right. Haha. I love World of Warcraft, man. I love it so much.
Heroes have risen to defend her.
I feel bad for the people that
They faced
didn't get into this game in the beginning because
tyrants,
it's truly
beasts
special.
Primordial
But it does nothing for new players, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'll never play World of Warcraft. So
Though they fought amongst themselves, their enmity following them to the most distant shores. And even across time and space.
This gives me
Their
some shivers, man.
Never.
One day you're gonna feel it, Rand.
Even upon the
I'm sure Jez is freaking the fuck out right now.
Dude, I'm flipping the fuck out, Rand. The world's done.
While new hope blooms on the horizon.
Oh my god.
The final battle.
You think they announced it for Xbox?
Dude, I would fucking flip out. I would be so happy for the console players if they announced that here.
Now, in the darkness.
I'm gonna go with yes. Let's go, baby. All the hype. Yes.
Yeah?
Say yes.
At the very
Yeah, let's go.
heart of the world. The drums of war thunder once again.
There's no one could build a hype trailer like these guys, eh?
And Azeroth at last awakens. The world's soul, so long denied me, shall be mine.
It's too bad the game doesn't really look anything like this, though. The cinematics are always
I know.
great.
I know. They're just so good at hyping this game up, you know? But it just, I feel so sad for the people that aren't in it.
The darkness calls.
Oh, baby.
August 26th.
Oh, man.
That's the day before my birthday.
I'm ready for this, Rand.
PC, yeah, figured they. It will be a while before they ever bring that to console if they do.
Yeah.
What we got here?
Oh, now
okay, this is Metal Gear.
Altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching Soviet airspace.
Love it.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. Your codename for this mission will be
I can't
Naked
believe they have
Snake.
this here.
I'll be referring to you as
Sony
Snake
had
from
it
now on.
first, you know? That's crazy.
This is one of my favorite
Clock
games of all
is ticking.
time. I love Metal Gear
This
Solid
will
3.
be a sneaking mission.
Yeah, this
You
story's
must
just
not be
incredible.
seen by the
I mean,
enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment to
crocodile
procure on
head?
site.
Yeah,
that goes
sure
for
looks like
food
it.
as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army. Freeze.
Oh my god, that was a nostalgia little bubble. That's so cool.
God, I really want to play this.
When do you think this is coming?
Early next year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's say late next year.
Let's go. Snake Eater.
Wow. So cool. Oh, no date.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Okay. All right, so it's far off.
Yeah, 2025. Xbox Game Studios?
What is it? What is it, Rand? Let's go. What is it?
Could be.
Sea of Thieves.
Oh, of course. Sea of Thieves is always there.
Have you dove into some of the DLC in Sea of Thieves?
I haven't played Sea of Thieves in forever.
Okay. Yeah, the Pirate of the Caribbean stuff was really, really awesome. For all the PlayStation fans.
It's funny, I was debating with Special Nick on his podcast yesterday. I was like, Sea of Thieves is going to be there. And he's like, you think? I'm like, it's always there.
Mm-hmm.
Flintlock.
Your kind meddled where you shouldn't.
Is this in early access?
I don't
Steam,
think so.
And how is it that you know all of this?
Because I am a god too.
Ooh.
If you're a god, you're one of them. Why would I do anything to help someone I've sworn to kill?
If it's vengeance you want, I'll give it to you.
I'm intrigued by this game. I don't really know why, but something about it. How it looks, how it feels.
Looks like it could be fun.
Yeah, it looks so cool. Look at this traversal. That's pretty cool.
Their last game was Ashen, which was alright. This looks way better than Ashen.
Yes. And Ashen had its own charm. Like, the movement was quite nice. This just looks like they're doing everything better.
Come on then. Fight me and die.
Is this supposed to be this year or next year?
This year, I thought. Yeah.
Okay, next month. I'm down.
Cool.
All right.
Cool stuff. Game Pass too, which is nice.
Yeah. Bravos is like Rand complaining about Sea of Thieves in 3, 2, 1. I've accepted the fact that Sea of Thieves will always be in every show. So
I'm not sure you complained about Sea of Thieves.
I didn't. I mean, it's just like you know it's gonna be there. All right.
All right. What's this one? Quick.
Could be so many, bro. Could be literally so many.
Oh.
Okay, this is
We return to you
our
now.
History Untold?
Alright? Yeah.
As the gods
or Age of Mythology
of mankind.
This is Age of Mythology.
Age, yeah.
I think Bravo said in the chat this was his most one of the games he's looking forward to the most. I think it's supposed to come out this year as well.
Games. Yes, I love these types of games. My brother and I like play basically everything in this genre, so I'm actually very excited as well.
So rise and wield my wrath. Command beastly chaos.
It's just hard to show these games, you know? It's hard to show these games because they don't look spectacular, right? So it doesn't have a pop, but
unleash our fury.
Very amazing genre.
Worship me. Claim my power. And legend will be yours.
September.
September
Excellent.
4th.
Cool stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
35 minutes in. Is this Flight Sim? Is this Aura? Is this Perfect Dark? Who knows? There's
Has
so
to be
many
a big one. Has to be a big one.
in-game footage and cinematics.
Your target is in possession of a radioactive
This has got to be
device.
Perfect Dark, right? Your target.
Carrington's attack at all costs.
Oh yes. Oh, let's
This
go.
has to be.
Yes. So this is the mid show.
I always knew I had an instinct.
Oh my god.
I could see
Yes,
the
this is
world
totally
differently.
Perfect Dark.
I thought it would be like any other mission. I was wrong.
All right. Show me that gameplay.
Welcome to Garden City, where it's a pleasant 23 degrees all day, every day.
Kind of mirrors Edgy.
How far to his last known location?
Local forces are also tracking his whereabouts. You need to find him before they do.
I'll have to improvise.
This is like fucking this is giving me Assassin's Creed vibes.
Voice print.
I mean, I'm down for
Old
stealth
Assassin's
games,
Creed.
bro. We barely get any of these.
Yeah, this gives me like Assassin's Creed Hitman type of stuff. It's cool.
What readings are you getting?
We are getting odd readings from your monitor. Can you confirm?
I'm looking at the screen right now.
Our intel places Carrington on the second floor.
Yeah, there's some of the parkour that's supposed to be in the game.
On the life we
Yeah.
think we know.
Well, I didn't see this coming,
Turns
to
out
be
to be a
honest.
lie.
This is interesting
There's
that they
only
made
one
it
way
a stealth
forward.
game.
I'm all
Instead of,
for
like,
that.
big
Find
action.
the truth.
Yeah, I'm all for it too.
I'm sure you can probably play this action if you wanted to.
Scan's clear. I'm going in blind. Carrington! Damn it! Analyze. What am I looking at here?
Carrington appears to be targeting a research facility.
People are asking if Perfect Dark had a female protagonist. Yes, Perfect Dark had a female protagonist. Where have you been?
Since the beginning.
Agent
Yeah.
Stark, it's a pleasure to meet you. I could use someone with your skills.
Whoa. Okay, fruit physics, friend.
I know,
How
right?
X likes that.
I had to lose everything before I could see.
Dude, this looks fucking great.
This looks cool. This looks pretty good,
What this
guys. I don't
world is
know.
really hiding.
I hope you're ready, Agent Dark.
Are you all seeing this?
Once you open this door, there's no going back.
All right, are we gonna get a year? Probably. If it's next year, no. Okay. Hey,
Man, that looked pretty cool, Ren.
that was
Not
cool.
gonna lie.
The parkour. I see some people's
Agent
saying
Joanna
it's
Dark is
awful.
caught in the middle of a near-future
see Matt
war
Booty
over advanced technology that threatens the lives of millions. We hope you enjoyed the first look at gameplay, and we can't wait to share more from the developers at The Initiative and Crystal Dynamics as the game progresses. The creativity and talent of game creators are what make our industry unique, and I'm incredibly proud of our games and our teams. They are building a diverse lineup of titles, which includes new installments in beloved franchises like Doom, The Dark Ages from id Software, updates and expansions to our ongoing games like World of Warcraft, The War Within from Blizzard, handcrafted original concepts like South of Midnight from Compulsion Games, and blockbuster games with massive audiences like Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision. On behalf of our creative teams at Activision, Bethesda, Blizzard, King, and Xbox Game Studios, we thank you for your continued support.
Are they
and we
ending
look
the show
forward to
already?
getting their ambitious games in your hands. Diablo is one of the most
Okay, maybe
enduring
because
and
he's
beloved
kind of
series
doing
in
the
all of
overview.
gaming.
It felt
We're
like he was
thrilled
ending the
to have
show.
Diablo 4 in Game Pass, where millions of you made it your favorite way to play. This October, Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred expands the demon slaying experience with an all-new character class, a new region, and of course, the next chapter in the acclaimed story. Here is the opening cinematic for the game. Let's take a look.
Okay.
I was getting a little like, well, it's only 40 minutes in. I was like, it just sounds like he's wrapping up the show, doesn't it?
Yeah, that got me a little nervous.
Boy, young one, are you all right?
Man, this poor chick. We told her not to leave, Gran. We told her.
Oh, you're not well. Please, 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 my child, let me help you.
Stay away from me! Nay, Rel. Is that how I raised you?
No, Mother. But I must carry.
Jez loves his Diablo.
I must get to Akarat's tomb.
I know.
But look
I know what's happening here. Yeah, I do too, man.
I don't.
Have you completed the campaign?
Yeah, I played through the campaign.
I'm here.
Okay, so you know what's happening.
Little magpie.
I missed you so much.
Oh boy.
So proud of you. But now I need you to give up.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
No. Of course it's you. You monster. Let go of me.
Let go. No. You made a choice. And I warned you, little magpie. There would be consequences.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Surrender.
No. I control the stone.
You hold the stone. You control nothing.
Jesus.
Dude, these cinematics are always incredible. That Blizzard
Crazy,
does.
man.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I could use some help.
Whoa. Man, you fucked up, kid.
All right, October, right? October 8th?
Yeah. All right. Woo.
Here we go.
That booty scared the crap out of me.
I know. I
Let's
was
go.
like, wait a minute. This feels. Where's Gears and Fable and?
Right, Jew.
Oh, Fable.
Hey,
All right.
let's go, baby.
Let's go. Another look at
So,
Fable.
You want to know all about heroes, do you? Well, you have come to the right place. Because who better to tell you all about them than perhaps the greatest hero of them all?
In-game footage as well.
There he is, in all his finery. Cheers.
Dude, I have a feeling Fable's going to be something special.
I hope so, man.
Retired.
Oh, man.
I mean, sure, you get
Jesus,
your
look at this.
You are like literally my favourite person.
You haters.
It's like a fan club, but we hate
I
you.
love it.
Your, chancers, and the occasional giant toad, for some reason. But it's more than that. It's about the choices you make.
Yes, yes, tell me.
I should do what I want.
We thought you could save her.
You know, it's your life and death stuff. That's what defines you, isn't it? Really, stays with you. I knew this one hero. I took her in when she had nowhere else to go. Welcome to the most exclusive club in all of Albion. Thought I'd get her out there, make the most of her gift. But you know what it's like when you're young and you have a point to prove. I tell you,
Get a taste of that combat, shall we?
The skill,
Here we go.
the talent, the power. She was something else, all right. She was
Playground Games, one of the best studios in the world, or what? Forza
terrifying.
and this?
So, yeah, I knew this girl
Dude.
once who made all the wrong choices.
Yes, tell me about choices, man.
Humphrey. She's back.
2025? Still
I'm
nothing?
going to fix it.
Oh,
This
still
place.
going?
And no one is going to stand in my way.
Oh,
Yes,
beautiful.
coming next year. Let's go.
Oh, beautiful.
Doom and
Dude.
Fable next year?
What?
Not to mention South of Midnight? That's crazy. That's 3 so far. Forza Horizon's probably next year too.
World premiere.
World premiere.
Rand, I'm already in love. I'm already in love, Rand.
Okay, what is this?
Use this. Make your own rules.
Well, Concord is in trouble.
No, right?
It's my turn.
What the fuck? What the hell is this?
I don't know. Another hero shooter? Just what the world needs. FragPunk? Okay.
Dude, that kind of looked cool though. Not gonna lie.
World premiere.
Noodle cake.
Noodle cake. Okay. Little mousy game.
There is nothing left for me in the city. So, I have traveled back to where I grew up. Here,
Fable is usually lets you play as a male or female character. I doubt it'll have a created character as deep as, say, Dragon's Dogma, but
Why hasn't my aunt taken good
I don't
care
see
of
the why they wouldn't let you
The
choose
bridge to her
between
house
a
is
dude and a
broken,
chick.
So I can't even ask her.
People are worried that you have to play as the chick in Fable.
I will make the tree stick
Yeah,
a cozy home
even
again.
if you
No matter
would
what
that
it
hinder?
takes.
Like, would you not like that?
No matter
No, I mean, I
actually
didn't
don't
play it. I'm just saying, like, Fable's always had you can be a chick or dude. It didn't really have that in-depth of a character creator.
And beauty.
You know, your physical appearance changed on if you were
Some
good or
will
evil.
say that in the dead of winter,
So
a
I can't see
small
them
city mouse doesn't stand a
not
chance.
letting you play as
Maybe so.
you know, a guy if
But
you wanted
I
to.
must keep believing that
Yeah, I'd be
every
shocked, but also
winter
I don't think I'd care
leads to
because
spring.
in the trailer they really did highlight choice, so it's interesting. That's all I needed to hear from them, you know.
Winter Burrow. Okay. Ring. 12:50. So we're 50 minutes in.
World
Man,
premiere.
it's like 3 world premieres back to back to back. New games no one's ever seen.
My mixtapes bend others to my will.
Annapurna usually makes
It's a
great games.
strange, almost cosmic talent.
And maybe something.
Noise complaints.
Okay.
It's charming. That was charming. Game Pass? Yeah. Pick it up.
Are we going to go
Charming
for another
stuff.
world premiere? Or are we going to go back to Xbox Game
Nope.
Studios?
Xbox, for sure. Or Square. There it is.
Xbox. All right. I guess you... What could it be? So many choices.
Sobo.
Sobo? Okay, this is Flight Sim then. Yeah.
Mhm.
A date for this year. November, probably. Speaking of it, they should probably buy a Sobo. They're really good studio.
I don't think like their competition really cares about them. So I think partnering with them in some sort of effective way is enough. I don't think the purchase is necessary, but
I tried playing Flight
But
Sim
if-
I played Flight Sim for like an hour. Not for me. But this one seems to be more gamified. A lot more like things you can do. But
yeah, it's funny because I use this sometimes as like a navigation thing to look at the locations I'm planning on going. I know that's weird, but if I'm planning to go to like, I don't know, specific location in Japan or something, I fly over Japan and I look at it. I know that's weird, but that's what I do. It's deadly accurate, Rand. Like, very accurate.
I mean, it looks great.
This is cool. Yeah.
I just don't really have any interest flying around. This is a longer trailer than I expected as well, but it is supposed to come out this year.
This is so cool. The jets. Awesome. What's the chances we get Pokemon here, Rand? I know you like that.
I'd
You
turn
like
off the
Pokemon,
stream
right?
immediately. If that was the case.
All right, cool.
2024, answer the call. November 19th. All right.
I say another Xbox something.
They still got to
this
show
up.
Avowed as well. And, you know, our prediction of Gears
Show a
6
lot.
closing.
Bethesda.
It's got to be Indiana Jones, right?
Oh. Or not.
Of course, got to be Elder Scrolls. I mean, you think about it, we still have they still have to show Indiana Jones. They got to show Avowed. If we think Gears is closing, still that's 3. Our History
It's
Untold
the-
supposed to be this year.
1, 2, 3 punch at the end, I think.
Because we're at 55 minutes. I thought maybe we would see their new game, but maybe we'll see it next year then. Oh, we definitely
have
get a
another
copyright
online
claim
one,
for this song.
right? They're supposed to have an online game coming, right? Like a second one.
Yeah, they've been working on their
Like you said.
new IP for like over 4 years now, so. Play all DLC for free. Gold Road on June 18th. It's like they time these of DLC drops to the event sometimes.
World
Oh, here we go.
premiere.
The world premiere. Something new.
I swore I'd never use my power again.
Oh, well, there it was. Speaking of Square, using her power again.
I knew it.
2 nights ago.
Oh, Life is Strange. Life is Strange 3.
I found my friend's body.
Use her power
in the
again, and
woods.
it's deck 9. Wait, isn't that her? Isn't that her from the first game?
I don't know who I can trust. Or who trusts me. But my friend Safi is dead.
Ooh, there we go. Life is Strange.
So why
Very
can
cool.
I still hear
Very
her
cool.
voice? Focusing my power, I somehow shifted into a parallel timeline.
Or maybe it's a new character,
Here,
not one from the first
Safi
game.
is still alive, but danger stalks our every step. And only I can investigate both realities.
Hang on. Parallel world?
I'm so happy Life is Strange
It's
is
the
a
same
thing.
as this one.
Very cool.
Except you're
Dead?
dead. I can still save Safi. If I can solve and prevent the same murder across 2 timelines.
The new Max.
Yeah, you
Okay, it is
can.
her. It is the first one. The chick from the first
Yeah, it
game.
is. Yeah, that's yeah.
Life is Strange. Double. This year? Wow.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'm down for a Life is Strange game. Bethesda.
Right,
This has got to be
Bethesda
Indiana
again.
Jones, right?
Yeah. I'm guessing if it is. Oh,
And there
yeah.
we go. Yes,
So-
Machine Games.
Oh, man, I
Let's
can't
go.
wait. I'm guessing this kicks off the
Are you
1-2-3
sure you want
punch
to
for the end. I
investigate these
think.
Hindi?
I can't let this go. It could be the best kept secret in history.
What are you going to do, Indiana?
These artifacts have a deep connection to something in the past. Boss believes they hold a kind of power.
You know,
Discovery
since they
that could
didn't,
change the world.
since they didn't give a date for Shattered
What were you
Space,
doing out there?
watch them just say something like
Fresh
winter,
air.
winter,
We have to find the
2020
stones, Gina.
something. They won't give
Or
us
they
an
will.
actual date for this game. Watch.
If you were to draw a line through these ancient
They
sites
say
around the globe,
I
you
think
get
they
a perfectly
need a
aligned
big
circle.
date here.
The Great Circle.
Exactly.
Looks so good. It looks ready. You know what I mean, Rand?
Coming from the Himalayas.
Yeah, we haven't seen.
Our
Well, we
boss
haven't
is
seen
sending
much new
orders
yet.
now.
Maybe we'll see more here. Maybe they're gonna transition into a gameplay level. All right.
Here we go.
Is that a...
Battleship? Yep.
Oh,
Let's get a closer look. Gotta find the stone and get off this ship.
What's that in his hands? What does it say?
Earth something. What was that?
We'd better hide.
Yeah, Rand, this looks like a ready game, bro.
I mean, so did Shattered Space, and they didn't give a date for that.
Hands behind your head.
The Machine Games is so good.
So good.
Oh, we said the same thing.
Yeah.
Where's the stone, you American rat?
What stone?
Have you ever heard of Höhenangst?
Fear of heights?
Yes! And I have it. I endured this dreadful mountain even if my mind was screaming every step of the way. Because of a concept you narrow-minded Americans will never understand! Devotion. Total and absolute devotion to the fatherland. You have no purpose. What you have is your stupid American cartoons. Choo-choo, choo-choo.
Please kick him off. Spartan, kick him.
You laugh and dance, celebrating your own idiocy and drinking the piss you call beer. I will walk through fire for the devoted men of the Reich. Give me that stone.
Someone in chat saying you promised Wolfenstein 3. I think it's pretty apparent there is no Wolfenstein 3 at this point.
I shall search your corpse to make sure.
Wait! Please wait.
Give me the stone.
Gina.
Nice.
We gotta get out of here. Help me!
The stone! The stone!
There'll be a lot of cinematics in this game, feels like.
Gina!
Yeah. I don't mind it. It's Indiana Jones, so I'm happy with that. I think in contrast to the other show, you got so much gameplay, right? Maybe they wanted to flex the cinema on this one.
That whip.
This was all last year's stuff, though. Come on, Dave. Do this to me. Come on. Ah, wow. Okay.
Just 2024. Okay. Seems like they're not committing to anything just yet. Amazing Session Games. Mech? Gundam? This is Gundam, my buddy Gopher would go absolutely crazy. Certainly very fast paced.
Yo, what? Yo, are you seeing that? That's cool. What? This is a PvP game, obviously, right?
This or like it's a campaign against. It could be both, right? Campaign and multiplayer.
I'm gonna guess arena. That's so Mech Break. That's so cool.
Mecha Break. Okay. Was that Mech game that was that like the reveal of the Series X? Ooh, is this Assassin's Creed Shadows?
You never know you are a monster.
No, well, maybe not.
Until someone
Definitely not.
slay you.
Saw that and I was like, oh, this is definitely
First signs
Assassin's
are
Creed.
really subtle. But over time, it becomes clear. The gift changes you, slowly consuming every little part of your humanity.
You know what this would be? You know what cool this? What if this was Amnesia? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool.
There are a lot of these type of games out these days, or little trailers, like a very intense melee combat, Souls-like looking experience with crazy enemy designs and
I
stuff.
should know. It runs in my blood.
Yeah, this looks very good though. Yeah, this looks cool.
Nothing is forever? Or
Game Pass,
Wuchang
excellent.
Fallen Feathers.
Yeah, that looks solid. That looks solid. Not gonna lie. Yeah, there's a lot of those games, right? Like, what's it called? The one with the Asian lady.
Here we go. The Banjo Bro's gonna be happy?
Come.
Or is this Avowed?
Your Emperor has chosen you as our envoy to the living
This is Avowed. Yeah, baby. Let's
That wild frontier suffers from the dream scourge. Find the root of this terrible plague and put an end to it.
He is wrong. The dream scourge is but a symptom of a deeper, more dangerous rot. Go, tame the chaos that plagues the living lands, so that those who remain standing can shape its future.
Very
They
interesting art
both
style.
deceive you. There is more wonder in this world than eyes alone can see. You must open yourself to its mysteries. Tend to its purpose, no matter how wild. And become what the living
The environments
lands
look really
truly
cool.
needs.
Very colorful.
Yeah.
Its protector.
I love the art style. Oh, yeah. So particle effects, everything looks better than before, that's for sure.
No date on that one either, just the year.
No dates
Not
either.
committing yet.
World premiere.
Avowed looks awesome. I'm sorry to everybody that disagrees. Avowed looks
a
so cool.
rebellion
Like when
game?
you used
It's a Sniper Elite?
Ooh.
Zombie Army? Oh, I forget what game are they doing next.
Emergency at Windscale Atom Plant.
Hell.
It's not emergency, but disaster. Now the worst seems to be over. Wiring target.
What the hell is this? This is why I like games, Rand.
Yeah, because you get
What
crazy
is
stuff
this?
like this. Like, what is this?
Yeah, what is this? This is so cool. Okay. Okay.
Atomfall?
Game Pass as well.
Yeah, pretty much everything's Game Pass except for like the third part, like the bigger third-party stuff.
Yeah, there was a narrative that Game Pass is gonna go away and die or something, but
Well,
I don't know,
we're
man.
an hour and 11 minutes in. Is this Assassin's Creed?
Did your father ever tell you why
Yeah.
my bones ache in the weather?
Yeah, it is.
War. Their soldiers killed everyone.
I do not fear our enemy. They talk of peace and dream of war. The
Intrigued by the
oppressor's
plot of
grasp.
this game.
Vengeance is on
People have wanted it in Japan for a while.
Believe me, there are other ways to heal.
How about you? You like this time period? You like
Yeah, sure.
People so quick to abuse their power do not deserve to keep it.
There is much we will learn from each other, Yasuke.
You can see when two people fit, when they will be better together.
There is no honor in preying on the weak.
Okay, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
Together, we will bring justice back to the people.
Okay.
November
Okay,
15th? All right. There's Stalker 2.
When do you think? So we get this in September? Is that when?
Stalker 2 is supposed to be in September, yeah.
Скіфе, радий тебе бачити, друже. Валимо звідси. Ви тільки погляньте на це. Край, чарівний край черемоша і прута. Ти моя любов, ти рідна матінко моя. Жива.
Координати закинув. Поквапся.
I've never played a Stalker game. I've always thought of them as like Metro, you know? The Metro
I
series.
think you'd really enjoy. I really, they kind of are, but a little bit more grounded. I think you'd like this. You should try them. The collection is out, right? Is it
Yeah,
not?
yeah, I'm not really interested in the collection. This I'll probably definitely check out.
Very good games. Very good games. Nice.
Зараз час такий. Час можливостей.
Усі ці жертви, усі ці смерті. Який в них сенс? Зона така, якою бачиш її ти. Я ж показав тобі, якою я її бачу. Іди своїм шляхом, і тоді ти зможеш побачити зону по-своєму.
Heart of Chernobyl, September 5th. Dude, early September is packed. That's like Astrobot, this game. There's
Assassin's
something else in September. It's like ridiculous.
We've been honored to
Oh,
partner with
Sarah
GSC
Bond.
Game World, the Ukrainian studio behind S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. We can't wait for you to experience their game yourselves
Is this the end
on
of the
September
show?
5th.
Gamesley?
Today,
Gamsley?
you've seen amazing
so.
games
Yeah,
from
this
creators
is.
around the world.
They end.
From both our partners
They
and
gonna
end
end
our
with
own
Gears.
something
studios.
else.
From the biggest
Yeah.
blockbusters to original independent games. I hope you enjoy the breadth of titles coming to Xbox. In addition to all these great games, we're introducing a new all-digital
go.
Series X and expanding color and storage options across the Series X and S lineup. They'll be coming to select markets this holiday.
Special Edition Series X.
These new X and S
Sure,
consoles,
Galaxy Black.
alongside the many other devices in our Xbox gaming family, offer you more choices. It's our mission to make Xbox the best place for you to play by including the titles from our own studios in Game Pass at launch, by bringing your games into the future with our commitment to game preservation, by pushing the technical boundaries in our future hardware,
Good.
and empowering you to play your games anywhere you want on Xbox consoles, PC, and cloud. This is what defines Xbox today and in the future, and we're hard at work on the next generation.
Good.
Immediately after Showcase ends, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Direct begins.
But one
We're
more thing.
taking you inside Treyarch
Gears
and Raven
6.
There has
for an
to be
extended
Rand.
look at what's next in Black
No
Ops.
tease
didn't
for
even get
the.
But
The
before we
handheld.
dive into the Direct, we've saved one more
Oh.
thing.
Here we go.
Ready to go.
Gears 6, baby. Oh, it's all red too. Look at this.
No Game Pass titles though from Activision Blizzard. Interesting.
Yeah, maybe they'll do that in like a blog post. Maybe not. I don't know.
Let's go, baby.
That looks like a young Marcus, doesn't it?
Oh no, is this like a remaster? It does. It does look like a younger one, dude.
Jeez.
Did they remaster that? They redid the theme of the first the remix song.
Yeah. That's what Marcus looks like in Unreal Engine 5. Or is that supposed to be JD? It's gotta be Marcus, right? Oh, okay, that's Dom. So is this the Gears collection?
Oh my god, it's just the oh god, it's not even Gear 6. Imagine. Yeah, they redid the remix of the song, dude. I think this is just a collection, maybe. E-Day.
E-Day?
What the fuck?
So, prequeling it up, huh?
That's cool.
That's
cool.
That is an interesting
Yeah.
choice. That is unexpected. A
Yeah,
prequel? Wow.
Yeah, that's
I'm
cool. That's
legit shocked by that. Legit shocked. But you know what? I'm all for it. I'm all for Emergence Day? Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's a huge win, Ren. That's cool because we all want Marcus, right? And it's hard to kind of give us more Marcus to where it is right now. So that's a good it's a good plan.
Like I'm
Very
legit
interesting time period.
honestly, like I'm
Yeah, I'm
legit
shocked.
shocked by that.
Hello, and welcome to Treyarch in Los Angeles.
All right, let's see what
and
you
thanks
got.
for joining us today. We're excited to share what we've been working on for the past few years. For Black Ops 6, we really wanted to give ourselves the time to craft something truly great. This means we're delivering a new level of polish and innovation across all parts of the game. I've been working here for over 20 years, and I can tell you that we have something special on our hands with Black Ops 6. And I know that the team are excited to give you a deep dive into our campaign and global innovations across the entire game.
With Black Ops 6, we're taking players to a new but familiar era, the early 90s. In true signature Black Ops fashion, our story builds on real history, thrusting players into a conspiracy where a shadowy force has infiltrated the highest levels of the US government, branding anyone who resists as traitors and forcing players to go rogue for the first time to fight the very machine that created them. The team has been meticulously crafting every aspect of this game to deliver the fun and attitude players expect from the Black Ops franchise.
Multiplayer is of course here and brings the Black Ops style and provides a playground for the brand new Omni movement system. A new way to push beyond your limits and move like an action hero. You'll see a sneak peek of that later today. Round-based zombies is absolutely back and better than ever, and you can be sure it's full of surprises. With that, let's step into the mind-bending campaign experience we've been crafting with our partners at Raven.
Yeah, I'm still shocked. I'm like trying to watch this, but I keep on thinking of that remix of the first song. That was a genius reveal.
No turning
Very
back
cool.
now.
Every Call of Duty player has a favorite campaign mission. When we set out to make Black Ops 6, we were focused on delivering missions so iconic that they stick in your memory long after. We are bringing that action-packed blockbuster feel to every step of the narrative. We are giving you more variety, more dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay, and more options to finish each mission.
We can do this loud or quiet.
The game is packed with unexpected moments of Black Ops mystery. It's a high-octane spy thriller where you're never sure who to trust and what's real. And it's all set against the backdrop of the early 90s. The Soviet Union was crumbling after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War. The US is the only remaining superpower. The Gulf War was dominating headlines everywhere, and there was a growing mistrust in government, reflected everywhere across the music, television, and pop culture of the time. When we talk about the Black Ops timeline, Black Ops 6 comes after the events of the Cold War, but is directly tied to the 1986 flashbacks in Black Ops 2, the aftermath of which has left our heroes in dire circumstances.
Something you should see.
Black Ops 6 blends the rich and gritty history of previous franchise titles with bold new characters, with veteran Frank Woods as our through line in our story. In this new chapter, we see a different side of Woods following his traumatic injury at the hands of Raul Menendez. He's been pulled from the field
I'm still
as he
stunned
adjusts
by
to
the
a new
Gears
role
thing.
within the CIA.
Honestly,
Honestly,
that's all
I'm
I'm
like
thinking
running
about.
it over in my head. I'm like,
His
I'm
protege
still like,
is Troy Marshall, who's
wow.
been making a name for himself in the field.
Yeah.
Marshall
at
is
first,
a
I really
reluctant
like
leader
ran.
driven by
At
a
first, I
strong moral
thought they were
compass.
actually just gonna make
Marshall
the
and Woods
collection
are
like
working
just
with another new
remade
face in
in
Black
UE
Ops
5
6,
and then just
CIA
drop it like
handler
that.
Jane
But
Harrow. She's a born leader,
it got me
fearless
with
and
that
brilliant, and helps
prequel,
manage
man.
their relationships within the agency. Woods' ability to operate in the shadows has always been hugely valuable to the CIA, whether they want to admit it or not. And Marshall has the ability to make tough calls in the field, ones that Harrow trusts him to make.
How good
But
was
when
that
an operation
song,
goes
though,
wrong,
Ren?
Woods and
Dude.
Marshall are suspended and
Am I
ultimately
the only
forced
one
to
that
go rogue.
Man,
They soon
that was
realize they have to
a
trust
vibe.
each other to get to the bottom of what's going on. Without any of their usual resources, they have to build their own team, recruiting two
Yeah, it seems
exciting
like,
new characters in Felix
Twitter's
Newman,
also
a
blowing
technical
up on that
genius,
reveal there.
and Savati Dumas,
Very
a
cool.
mysterious assassin. With the end of the Cold War, these former enemies have become new allies. And with the sudden return of notorious operative Russell Adler, who'd gone missing for months, a former ally may have become a new enemy.
For the Black Ops single-player campaign, we prioritized mission variety and unique experiences.
Our goal was to offer players a wide variety of mission types, each crafted from the ground up. One moment, you'll be storming a palace. The next, you'll be pulling off a heist at a casino.
Okay.
We aim to take players all over the world and immerse them in vastly different experiences. Within these missions, we wanted gameplay to unfold in multiple ways, giving players the freedom
I'm down
to
for Black
navigate
Ops 6
through them as they see fit.
campaign. That's what I'll be playing.
Where we have different combat styles,
Yeah,
we
I said
also
it,
have conversation opportunities
in
where you
our
can
podcast,
talk, barter,
before that-
and manipulate your way into different
podcast,
experiences.
that,
and we think you'll
the
want to
mission
replay
with
levels to see
Black
them
Ops
all.
6 for me, and what they should highlight is the campaign, because we all know multiplayer is multiplayer, so highlight the campaign, and this is exactly what they're doing, and I like it. I'm here for it. I think this is cool.
We are excited to offer a variety
We
of
know,
different enemy
we all
types in the
know
campaign.
what happened.
The goal was to
last
provide
game,
different
right?
challenges for the player.
And they rushed out.
So whether they choose to go in guns blazing or take a stealthier approach,
Line them up right, you can take them both down with one shot. Nice and quiet.
we've continued to push on what's possible in terms of how our enemy combatants behave. Your enemies will be relentless, constantly seeking to outmaneuver you throughout the levels. They'll cut off escape routes, push on players' location, and force them to think on their feet. We've created certain missions where we give you a high-level objective and a variety of ways to approach that objective. One mission in particular takes place in a vast desert in Iraq. You and your team are hunting down missile launchers with the SAS. It's one of the largest campaign maps that we've ever created.
Look alive, people! They know we're coming!
What's your vibe check on this so far about how this looks? This looks impressive, like graphics and nice.
Yeah, it looks cool.
You'll find that some of our
This,
destinations have a
this is
startling
cross-gen,
contrast
right?
in look and feel as well. We have
Very
a mission
impressive.
that takes place in an opulent casino in Southern Europe. It's unlike any past mission in Call of Duty. And what the player does in this space is totally unexpected. And another one of our missions we have set in the harsh tundra of northern Russia.
We are excited to offer an array of brand new equipment, as well as some favorites from the Black Ops universe. RCXD, Tranquilizer Trap, Adrenaline Stim, Homing Knife, Disruptor,
Freaking hated those knives, Rand. I hate
The
those
campaign
knives.
is grounded within an expanded campaign hub called the Safe House. You might remember we also had that in Black Ops Cold War. But this time, we wanted to think a little bit more broadly about the environment. We chose to have our team's hub located in a more naturalistic setting. So, it's in an abandoned manor by an ocean cliffside. What's most unique is that it used to be a KGB black site, which was operational during the 50s and 60s. This brings a lot of intrigue to the safe house and will allow players to explore and discover secrets from the past. The team is also bringing back the evidence board, which is still the centerpiece of the safe house experience, but with brand new upgrades. Players can view the campaign outline, gain deeper insights into missions, and analyze evidence collected throughout missions.
Okay.
Attacker.
Okay, the attacker comes in. I'll go. 3, 2, 1, go! That was sick. Great. I think we got it.
That's funny.
With Black Ops 6, our goal is to create a more connected experience that keeps players immersed across every single mode. We've pushed ourselves at every corner to innovate and craft the most signature Black Ops experience for our players. Movement has been a consistent area of focus and innovation for Call of Duty. And with Black Ops 6, we're redefining movement across the entire game. For the first time ever, players can sprint in any direction and move like a true Black Ops action hero with an entirely new global system we call Omni Movement. This unlocks the ability to move like never before and seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like slide, dive, and our enhanced supine prone in full 360 degrees range
that's
of motion.
pretty cool.
From the beginning, we started with, you can't do this thing, why?
and then realized people actually move that way. What happens if we get rid of that construct? And then instantly it opened up like, oh, if you can sprint in any direction, then you can dive in any direction, you could slide in any direction, which then led to all the on-the-ground movement and everything else chaining together.
God, it's so weird, but so fun.
It's really been something that changes how you think and play the game, whether it's campaign, MP, or zombies. We truly believe that once you experience Omni movement, there's no going back.
Bro, when this is over, we gotta talk.
Calling intelligent movement,
Like,
which
yeah,
is a set
dude,
of
I'm
features
ready.
that drastically
We gotta talk
reduces
about
how
some
many
stuff.
buttons or keys you're pressing.
Seriously,
to
like
perform
right
various
now,
movements.
that has to be
These
the
can be enabled
easily
in
like
player options, and they're broken down
one of
into
the
three
best Xbox
categories.
showcases, if not the best
Sprint
I've ever
assist,
seen.
mental assist, and crouch assist.
But we'll get there.
I'm in a
We'll get there.
similar
Each of these
mind
settings
space.
will allow
Yeah,
for
I'm
fine-tuning.
thinking the same.
Whew.
Intelligent movement really started with this idea that we want
Are you,
all
am I
players
going to watch
focus
the
on what they want
Phil
to do
Spencer
and not
interview?
how
I'll
to
probably
do it.
watch it. I don't think I'll stream it. I'll probably make a video about it tomorrow, maybe, because I'm kind of in the video making mood now.
Call of Duty, to be able to engage with Omni movement and live out their own action hero fantasy in Black Ops
Dude,
6.
I'm still sitting here thinking about Gears E-Day.
We looked at
Yeah,
other
I'm-
genres like
I'm-
racing games
I'm-
where they have
I'm
these
actually
great assist
in the
settings
background
that can be
looking
turned
at
on
it
and
silently.
off. Things like traction control
As
or
this
assisted
goes
braking.
on.
And we really love the idea of taking that thinking and applying it to our
freaking
own
cool,
movement
man.
options.
Good
I
day
don't
to
think
be
this
a
is a
Gears
one-size-fits-all thing, and I encourage players to play around with combos of these settings to really dial in their preferred setup. Hit zones are regions on a character that react when taking damage or dying. In past games, we've only had 4 regions. For Black Ops 6, we've actually increased that to 9 regions, so now we can determine if that enemy was shot in their left leg or right leg, and then we'll play a bespoke death animation depending on that location that they were hit.
Where's Splinter Cell? Still in development.
So world connectivity is this concept that
Perfect
players'
Dark, baby.
movement and
That's Splinter
reactions
Cell.
are connected to the world based on their choices. A great example that really shines is a global feature we call corner slicing, where as you round a corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's going to dynamically rotate in the direction that you're rounding that corner. And since it's dynamic, it'll be a bit more dramatic if you're slowly clearing a room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full speed around that same corner. We're constantly looking for opportunities to set the bar with movement and animations in Black Ops 6.
Take cover!
Our art team is super thrilled to show you the best looking characters that we've done. Through our process of photogrammetry, gear was acquired, scanned, and incorporated onto each of our operatives. For our faces, a dynamic real-time analysis of spontaneous performances was captured and processed to make every emotional, impactful moment true to actual life. We made sure to have special attention to the cuticles and make sure that they don't look like they're just freshly cut. There's dirt in between their nails, the oils on their palms as they're sweaty and running through situations that they're in. We're paying attention to every detail.
The thing that I'm most excited about is the number of new weapons from the era that we've added, which includes many that are brand new to the franchise. Our heroes are rogue operatives, and they operate outside the normal playbook. That means they're procuring gear by any means necessary, and it allowed us to pull a unique mix of weapons.
This is cool.
We made sure to deliver dozens of unique attachments for every gun, and this allows the players to create a weapon to match any playstyle that you can imagine, all while maintaining the feel and tone of the era.
In Black Ops 6, we really strive for striking that balance between real and hyper-real, but we want to ground our effects in
Hey.
realism. We find real-world reference so
See,
that we
Lord,
can match
I said
that
Fable would be
motion,
there, sir.
the weight, the timing,
Yeah.
then riff off of that
Yeah, you
and
did.
create that
And it makes
hyper-real
me
look that
happy.
everybody
It makes
has
me
come to
so
know and love
happy,
from
Ren.
Call of Duty.
And it showed out, too.
Dude, totally.
The
Yeah,
Black
we're
Ops
gonna-
6
we're gonna get
user
to that. Dude, I
experience
wanna
is
talk-
all
oh
about
my
focusing
God.
players
I
on
wanna
what
talk.
they
It's like,
need
hurry up and get
when
through
they-
this Black
and
Ops
our in-game
stuff.
HUD is no different.
Goddamn
From the
Black
mini-map
Ops.
to
We
the ammo
we know
widget
what this
to in-game
is.
notifications,
The Black Ops 6 HUD combines some of our best designs in a clean, streamlined experience. For the first time in Call of Duty, players will be able to change their HUD in dramatic ways to suit their needs. For instance, streamers can choose a layout optimized for their setup, or maybe you want your HUD centered so you don't have to look away. Want to play hardcore anywhere, or finally put the minimap in the bottom left? Those are options as well. Not
Okay,
only
see,
does the
I
HUD
like
give
that.
players
I know
important
it might not
status,
be for
connects them
everybody,
to
but,
the world and helps them feel rewarded for being
I like what they're
awesome.
doing with this COD at the
As
moment.
players track that elusive challenge or target their next level unlock, Black Ops 6 delivers an end-to-end experience from the lobby into combat and back, where player progress and achievement are celebrated in a big way.
Early on in Black Ops 6's development, we set a goal to make leveling and XP matter more than ever. Looking back through the Call of Duty and Black Ops catalog, there's a lot of love, both internally at Treyarch and that we see in our community, for how we used to handle prestige. Traditional prestige is back in
there
Call
we
of Duty
go.
with Black Ops 6.
What does that even really
We
mean?
pulled the best of the best from past Call of Duty prestige systems and are going bigger and more rewarding than ever. Players who reach max player
what
level
I
will have
enjoy.
the
The progression
choice to
system
enter
is very
prestige,
important, right? to
Start
these
fresh
brands.
with relocked gear and go through the leveling journey again. Black
I don't
Ops
play the
6 will have
multiplayer in
10
Black Ops,
prestiges.
though, or
Yeah,
any of these
this is
games.
a big
valuable set
W
of
ran.
rewards
This
to
is
earn
one
and
of
equip
those
to peacock your status.
hardcore fan
Players who
base
make it through
W's
Prestige
here.
10
Like I'm
aren't
pretty
done.
sure this is going to
Instead,
be
they'll
yelled on
graduate
top of
into
the
Prestige
rooftop.
Master with 1,000 additional
Yeah,
levels
this
to climb
is-
through.
this
and
is
a
good.
classified
This is good
reward
news,
to
man.
uncover for anyone dedicated enough to make it all the way to the end. The full Prestige system is available on
yeah.
day one in Black Ops 6.
Yeah, everybody's going to be talking about that, man. On Twitter, for sure. That's a big one.
We know how many of our players look forward to multiplayer, and we will be providing a deep dive on it later in the year. For now, here's some insight into our development of Black Ops 6 multiplayer. Our vision since day one has been to craft an approachable and engaging step change of that signature Black Ops multiplayer experience. We focused on supporting 3 core playstyles for launch. Enforcers are the slayers who like to kill and stay on the move. Recon is all about intel and counter-intel play.
Doom
And
is coming to
strategists
PS5,
are
by the
support
way.
players who throw their bodies at objectives for the
As-
win.
as
Or
expected.
focus on taking
Yeah.
out enemy score streaks for the
day
team.
one?
The
All of
yeah,
our
coming
weapons,
2025
gear,
to
and
Game
gadgets
Pass,
and
Xbox
multiplayer
Series
have
X
been
and S,
intentionally
Steam, and
designed
PS5.
through that lens
Yeah.
of supporting these play styles.
Yeah, that-
and of
that
course,
was,
we knew
that
wouldn't be a
already.
Black Ops game if you can't relive those action hero moments in theater mode, which we're happy to announce is returning.
It was kind
with
of
Black
in their
Ops 6.
language too when they were
No,
talking
I said we're only
about,
getting a taste of MP
like
today,
Game Pass
but of
and where
course
games
that
are gonna be
means you're going to
played.
get some early details on maps.
She highlighted it by saying like, yeah, you know, exclusive.
We're happy
Game
to
Pass.
announce
she made,
that
she
we will
had
be
some
launching
quotes
with
in there.
16 all-new MP
I
maps.
suggested that.
We've got 12 core 6v6 and 4 strike maps, which can be played as 6v6 or 2v2. What do players like? What do we know that they want? So we're back to our classic 3-lane maps. We've got fast, frenetic experiences, and we have that balance with more medium-sized, like better for hardcore pacing to keep the action flowing, but still have meaningful decisions for the player to make. The maps have their own stories, and we have multiplayer taking place after the campaign, after you finish it. So don't want to get into too many spoilers there, but you'll experience some of those locations through the multiplayer lens.
We've covered a lot today. But
Yeah,
couldn't
you did.
leave you without giving you just one more thing.
What's the one more thing, sir?
Yeah.
Zombies.
Zombies, baby. Look how wacky this shit looks.
Yeah, I know, right? So this COD's gonna be absolutely massive.
It's gonna be pretty huge.
Round-based Zombies is back.
Round-based,
We're picking up the Dark
okay.
Aether storyline where we left it. We're excited to announce that there will be 2 brand new maps available at launch, with a curated mix of fan-favorite features and new elements to discover. For those new to Zombies, it's our unique take on the cooperative horde mode, where every map is packed full of powerful weapons and upgrades, deadly enemies, and tons of secrets to uncover. The legacy of Zombies is incredibly important to Treyarch, and we are so proud of what the mode is bringing to players in Black Ops 6. As you've heard today, the innovations in movement systems will also be coming to zombies. Plus, there are many additional zombie-specific features, both new and returning. This is going to be a truly epic return for round-based zombies. Be on the lookout for more intel coming later this year.
Steph interviewed AB. Mark?
Now, we know we only gave you a little taste of multiplayer here today, so make sure to mark your calendars for our worldwide multiplayer reveal event at Call of Duty Next on August 28th. Make sure to stay tuned for details and watch your favorite streamers get hands-on Black Ops 6 so you can be prepped and ready to jump into our MP beta and feel Omni movement for yourself. We'll be sharing so much more about Black Ops 6 in the coming months and look forward to seeing your reactions and your feedback from our open beta coming up this fall and into launch. And it's not just about launch, because the team is already focused on delivering a ton of content in the live seasons, which we'll be sharing more about. Am I allowed to talk about Warzone yet?
No. Aren't allowed to talk about Warzone, okay.
Our goal on Black Ops 6 was, and still is, to make something that is the best work we've ever done, and frankly, the most fun to play. To do that, we deconstructed all of our gameplay, our systems, and content plans, and repeatedly asked how something could be better. In some cases, that led us to huge innovations like Omni Movement, where we're now allowing players to move how real people and operators move.
I'm sure we
In other cases, it led us back to some of our classic systems like Prestige. Then taking that classic system through the ringer and making updates and improvements.
I love that PR
Across our
talk.
weapons,
It's like, yeah, you
gear,
could move
operators,
how
maps, and more, a
we
huge
move in the
push has
game.
been to
It's
hit
like,
the
no,
highest
definitely not.
visual and audio
Definitely not.
fidelity possible. The campaign tells an all-new Black Ops story where you're forced to go rogue and are being hunted by the teams that trained you. On top of that, the team is really focused on mission and engagement variety. Multiplayer is a key ingredient in the DNA of Black Ops, and hopefully, in this sneak peek, it was clear that every single part of the MP game loop will be improved and better than ever, from movement, to shooting, to footsteps, to engagement systems, to death. And last but definitely not least, the triumphant return of round-based zombies.
People love round-based zombies.
There's so much more to share across all three game
Really
modes
do.
before the game officially launches on October 25th. On behalf of the entire team, we can't wait for you to play Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Pre-order to get the Vault Edition. Mastercraft Weapon Collection. Battle Pass. Are we getting a montage? Usually these things. There we go. Here's the montage.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you a montage. Hey, the Banjo Bros. Another year, maybe.
Paris, if you listen to this, nobody cares. You know what I mean? Nobody cares. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, run it. Banger after banger after banger.
This montage is pretty awesome.
jump in, baby.
Wow. Okay.
Xbox.
All right. Okay.
Xbox.
Are you ready, Randy boy?
All right, hold on. Let me pause this stuff. Mute that. Bring this back up here. Where is this? All right. So, yeah. Tell me what you think. What do we need to talk about? Let me get this stuff all like situated here a second. Whoop.
Yeah, everybody in the chat, put up some numbers. Let's see your vibe.
Yeah, I'll put up a poll. I'm just setting this up here.
Yeah.
All right. So now that that's over with, how does everybody think? How's everybody feeling? Let me put this up in chat. Let's see. Let me start a poll.
Yeah, we got a lot of 10s in there and 11s and 9s.
What would you rate, or how would you rate the Xbox Games Showcase? I'll do what Jeff Keighley does. How would you rate the Xbox Game Showcase? Because only you can add 4 options, right? So I'll go A, I'll go B,
C, D, E,
and I'll go C, and then I'll go D here.
Yeah.
So how would you rate the Xbox Game Showcase? Start the poll. Vote in the poll. I wish you could do more because we could do numbers. But yeah, let's vote in the poll. My esteemed guest, Gamsley. Sir.
Yes, sir.
I finally get your name right.
Yes, sir.
I'm horrible with names.
You finally did. It's very easy, man.
I sometimes I see the GAM and I just think game and I want to say Gamesley.
It's all good.
Give me your thoughts.
Actually,
tell me your thoughts before I get into mine.
Whew, okay. I'm giving this definitely an A, right?
Okay.
I think this was an A showcase, for sure. I think it was varied. It was confident.
Okay.
It was varied. There's a lot of different stuff here. It's a lot of different stuff, but a lot of popular stuff. You know, this is the best of the genres that they're showing here. We got Fable, we got Call of Duty. You know, Fable for RPGs, Call of Duty for shooters. We got Flight Sim for simulators. We got what was it called? Excuse my language. What's the zombie game again? State of Decay 3 for zombie life sim. Yeah. We got Sea of Thieves. Wow, I can't.
Sea of Thieves.
I'm so Thieves. Yeah, I'm just super excited. We got the best of a lot of these genres coming out. So Doom the Dark Ages, dude. Doom the Dark Ages, I think, was one of the best showings of any game for many years. I think that it showed up really well. It hit really well. I was very hesitant about what they were going to do with the music because there was that backlash, right, with the creator, the composer, right?
Well, not with backlash.
Remember that?
Well, you talking about for Doom with Mick Gordon?
Yeah, for Doom.
Yeah. They had a falling out.
There was a fallout between them. So I thought maybe there was going to be some weird music going on, but they just landed the music as well, whoever is doing it. So very cool. I'm very happy about that. I mean, we got some big bangers. We got big third-party people here. We got Assassin's Creed Shadows, I think, could have showed better, in my opinion.
I'm sure they'll do a deeper dive at Ubisoft show in a couple days.
Yeah. It could have showed better. I think that was one of the weaker showings. Usually Ubisoft shows up pretty well. But yeah, I didn't enjoy that very much, but they got the partnership, right? Ubisoft on their stage is pretty big. The slowdown, of course, was the live service titles that are very popular and we don't really want to see here, but a lot of people play and I'm excited for the Fallout 76 stuff. I play Fallout, so hell yeah. I'm in. Stuff that I expected not to land with me landed, like South of Midnight landed for me. I loved the look. I like the vibe. I like the colors. the combat was the only thing that was a little bit off. Like I said, I compared it to Kenna Bridge of Spirits. I know that seems harsh, but I loved Kenna for all the reasons people hate it. So for me, it's a plus. Yeah. Shattered Space, we got some great DLC. That's awesome. Like the story of House Varun.
Seems
right?
like it. Seems like it's House
Yeah.
Varun.
I mean, they were the most interesting faction in there that we barely got a taste of them. So I'm really excited to jump in there. I love Starfield. My thoughts on Starfield is on the higher side, not the lower side. So I'm really excited about that. Diablo and World of Warcraft, yeah, maybe not for everybody. Maybe not coming World of Warcraft not coming to consoles. Maybe that's a downer, but I get hyped for those trailers. I'm a huge consumer of that content, and they always know how to hype me up. And everything that I saw in those trailers hyped me the fuck up. The thing that I wanted, I got Fable, right, Rand?
Yeah,
Thank you, Rand.
You got Fable
I got Fable.
You got Gears prequel. You got Doom.
Dude,
you got
yeah.
I mean,
Perfect
Dark.
I got
you got
Doom.
South of Midnight gameplay. You got
dude.
What didn't you get? Essentially,
Let me finish. All right, Rand. Fable. I got my big Fable punch in the face because I think it showed really well. I don't know about you, but I think it showed incredibly well. The humor's on point. It did exactly what I predicted and what I wanted them to do is just talk about choices a little bit without showing me too much. That's exactly what they did. They showed me that I'm going to have a choice to be evil and good, right? That's what they were implying in the trailer, or that's what I took away from it. The mechanics look on point. It just looks incredible. I mean, it looks great. I didn't even know when they were popping in and out of gameplay, to be quite honest. Yeah, it was just awesome. A all around. If I had to nitpick, the release scheduling is probably what's going to be talked into all these like anti-Xbox bullshit, YouTubers running around. That's what they're going to point out, that none of these things really have a solid release date. So whatever. Doom coming to PlayStation, I don't really care about, but that's probably going to be the point of most of these dumb people. But if you are a liker of games and you love Xbox, I don't see how you can rate this under an A. How about you, Rand?
Well,
heavy A.
Jeff Keighley always does a poll after everything, right? And right now, Jeff Keighley's poll has 20,000 votes, which is way more than our votes. Which, by the way, if everybody's here, if you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so and subscribe, because I'll probably drop a video later. But right now, Jeff Keighley's poll is at 70% A, 21% B, 4% C, 5% D. This is the best polling for any show I've ever seen on the Jeff Keighley side. And maybe you could make the argument, oh, Rand, because right now A's winning on our side at 84%. Oh, Rand, your audience is biased. You're an Xbox content creator. They're all going to like the show. Which, okay, fair enough. You can throw me out or you can throw my audience out. Although there were quite a few people during the show that were like, didn't like what they saw, which, whatever, subjective opinions and all, right? But Jeff Keighley, he's got a wide audience here, and it's up to 22,000, and it's still at 70%. This is,
Dude, 70%, and what's right after that? The majority, 20% B.
Yeah, 20,
like
so 90%, so it's like 9% C and lower, which is ridiculous.
Incredible.
Because the state of play that Sony just put on was like 40% D and like 30% C, and then his own show was like 40%, D.
I think it was around the same thing.
So, yeah, and then this one, like they nailed everything they needed to do. You can nitpick certain things, like where's Contraband, right? It's been a while. Where's Everwild, right?
Yeah,
you can nitpick the things that aren't there, like what about the Game Pass Activision drops that everybody sort
that's
of
the
thought.
one for me.
Like you could be like, okay, why weren't those there? Maybe this wasn't the venue for it. Maybe they'll talk about it later. But the stuff actually in the show maybe you could say, hey, there was a lack of dates regarding stuff for Avowed or for Indiana Jones or for Shattered Space, right? It just said 2024, didn't give us an actual release date. Maybe that's something you could legitimately maybe hit them on. But I mean, you're talking about from the front to the back. Dude, I'm like thinking about, I sit here thinking about Gears Emergence Day and how legit shocked I am about that game. Yeah. And I completely had forgotten that they started the show off with basically Doom the Dark Ages. And that Perfect Dark was in the middle. And that State of Decay 3 showed up.
Yeah.
Right? And that South of Midnight looked as good as it did gameplay-wise with the stop motion. Like, I'm racking my brain right now. It's just like, oh, yeah, that was really cool. That was dope. That was amazing. That was fire.
Yeah. And even if you look at... Yo, Rand, even if you look at, like, the slow points, yeah, there were slow points. Like, for instance, the little mouse game, it's like, whatever. But even some of the stuff that wasn't coming from them, like, the Square Enix... Oh, we didn't get a Square game, which
well, no, we did. Life
sus.
is Strange was Square.
Well, we did.
Yes.
But that's what I
was
going to go through.
No, Final... Well, because here's the thing. Final Fantasy 16 is coming to Xbox. It's just not coming for a while. It's most likely coming sometime next year. So it probably doesn't make a lot of sense to put it in the showcase for this year, essentially, is what I would gather.
Yeah, the 2 points for me, and that's what I was going to say, is that the 2 points was was that and the Game Pass drops, right? But that's okay. But like I was saying before we went into that area, even the partners had some really good showings.
Yeah.
Like
I forget that 33 game.
Dragon Age. Listen,
Dragon
Age might not have looked the way people want it to look with a big punch and a bang, but that studio and that game title is very important to a lot of people, and I think it's going to get enhanced by what Baldur's Gate 3 did to the landscape. And I really do think that people are going to love this game, or if they land it, they're going to love this game. So for me, I'm hyped for Dragon Age. Assassin's Creed being here is also a big win. Stalker 2 showed up really well. You had I'm talking not Xbox, right? You have what's it called? There's that really cool like Souls-like game that's coming into Game Pass. Not to mention all these partners are coming to Game Pass.
Well, yeah,
right?
except for like the big third-party ones, essentially, right?
Yeah, like Dragon Age and Assassin's Creed. Those two, but. The rest is like a lot of these third-party dudes are showing up in Game Pass with pretty cool-looking games, like Atomfall, I think was one of them. I don't know. Don't quote me on that yet. That Mecha Break game looked really cool too. Like there was some cool stuff here, I think, for everybody. So if you're looking at it as a showcase, even names removed, so remove Xbox, this was a big showcase, Rand. Huge. I'm hyped.
They showed exactly 30 games, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly 30
What did you...
games.
So talk to me about freaking... please talk to me about Gears,
dude,
right? So,
okay. When I was watching that, I was like, that's young Marcus. And then for a minute, I'll just put it out there. I was told that there would be no Gears collection at the show by people I trust, right? So I was like pretty confident there's going to be no Gears collection. When that young Marcus showed up, and then Dom showed up, I'm like, wait a minute, is this the Gears collection?
Yeah.
Did people like, and I trust these people that are usually always right. I'm like, this seems like the Gears collection. And I was like, oh my God, they were wrong. And it was Emergence Day, and I was like, holy fucking shit. Because Emergence Day always sounded really cool. Now, here's the thing though. Are they avoiding having to close Kate's storyline and actually make the choice about who really canonically dies at the end of Gears 5, right? Are they like, you know what? Maybe it's best for Gears that we go back to when it was one of the biggest franchises around, when it was it was Dom and it was Marcus. We'll go back to that instead of continuing on with Kate and her journey. It makes you wonder, considering how long games take to make these days, and considering they didn't date it. So my guess is that how cool would it be if they do new hardware, next generation, and the launch title is Gearsy Day? So you're launching brand new
think that's it.
hardware with this new Gears game. But then you have to wonder, like, are they ever going to finish that story? Because they've taken what? It'll be 7 years if we think it's going to come out in 2026, 2019, 2026, 7 years. We may never see the end of that Kate story, because if that one does well, you continue on until maybe you lead up until the events of Gears 1 and whatever, right? Like, this is sort of the things that people talk about with Halo. Like, what should Halo do?
Right.
Like, should they continue on with the current storyline? Should they go back? Maybe do... I mean, they've gone back, like Bungie did Halo Reach, but I think... honestly, like, I couldn't be more happy that they're going back to Emergent State. Like, when I saw that, I immediately thought to myself, I want to fucking play that. I'm really, really fucking stoked to play that. And that's not even something that I ever crossed my mind about, oh, let's do an Emergent State game. You know, that trailer was very evocative with, you know, starting feeling those emotions with the remix of the music and stuff.
Yeah,
and
dude.
I was like, what the okay, you got me. You got me there, right?
Yeah, I would... Okay, so I think that it was a very smart decision to do what they just did, because, like I said on the top of the episode, this is probably their time when they looked at it and thought, maybe this is a little bit saturated. Maybe people aren't liking this new direction that we're going with Kate or with the story that we have, etc., etc. How can we make a pop when we show up again, right? Kind of like, again, like what Santa Monica did with God of War, right? They switched the entire script right under our feet, right? And gave us something different. I think this is them being like, this is the God of War moment where they're like, look, they had enough of this direction that we're going. Let's take a break. Let's let people get hungry and then give them back, like, bring them all back to the beginning and to the characters they truly, really love and grew up with. And I think it just so happens to be perfect timing, landing with a new console coming out. And I think it's just a wonderful symphony. And I think this is the smartest thing they can do to get that punch back to the Xbox and the punch back to the series that they need. It worked on me, man. So it worked on me. It played with my nostalgia. They hit me with that remix. I instantly was like, oh my God. I had up and down feelings the whole time. I was like, is this like, are they going to give us just a collection and not give us 6? But then they smacked me in the face and they're like, no, we're giving you the 2 best characters that you love, right? We're going all the way back to a very interesting period in the timeline. And we're going to just give you a gritty Gears again. And if you look at the colors, it is much different than what we got before, right? With the vibrancy of the last game with Kate. So this is back to Gears, man. And it shows on the title of the game, Gears of War. Dark, gritty, bloody, gruesome. Back to the characters you love. Here we go.
I know people, love leaks. Some people hate leaks. I never try to leak anything because I also like to be surprised. I might do like predictions once in a while, like or whatever. I'll be honest. Like I had heard COD was going to be opening the show, so
I knew it. You son of a.
The fact that nobody ever talked about it. Oh, the next Gears from the Coalition is going to be a prequel set in Emergent State. Like that never came out at all.
Right? Do you think this is where they got it wrong about the collection?
There's a lot of leak hunting going on within Microsoft. I think they've really trying to like go after people because there was stuff going around that people were sure were happening that I'm not really going to mention that didn't show up at all. Period. End of story. And it's like, wait a minute.
Really?
Yeah. It's like, but either way, this is what it's like. It's the Coalition's super secretive. I also sort of wonder if the Gears collection's even real. Like, did maybe it's people who knew about it like saw like
Yeah,
early like
they got
Gears and Dom
confused.
thing and was like, wait a minute, is that the collection? But it ended up being
Yeah.
like E-Day. But I don't know how that's all going to play out, right? There was new hardware. We had the White Series X, which I guess they announced on Twitter is going to be $449, so $50 drop. Doesn't include the disk drive. There's also a black 2 terabyte Series X for $599. Limited quantities, so it has more internal storage. $600. I would imagine the PS5 Pro will come in around $600, so that seems to be limited quantities, so they're probably not making that much of it. And that Series S is $349. They didn't mention anything about new controller, right? At least as far as I can tell, there's no mention of new controllers. Handheld, they didn't tease it. They just mentioned that they're working on hardware. But yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff. Like, honestly, like in my mind, the standouts were clearly Gears, Perfect Dark, South of Midnight's gameplay, Doom, and then I'm forgetting. Oh fuck, Fable showed up, and Fable showed a lot here, and Fable looked
showed up
incredible,
really good.
And there were still like Indiana Jones, which I will say I think it was a mistake to focus strictly on a cutscene, a cinematic, especially with it being set in, like all in white, because it's set basically like on a, wherever it was set in, it just, I don't know, it didn't pop visually because you were watching it for so long, and it's like that probably would play, be better while you're watching it on your TV than it is here. So, but I mean, they showed so much of the game already when the developer direct, it didn't really matter, right? Just looking at the rest of the game list, like Avowed, I think it showed okay, but like when you're go ahead, speak your mind.
Yeah, so for Avowed, Avowed is like the same as Avowed is the same. I think of Avowed the same way as I do with the Dragon Age pop, right? The Dragon Age pop isn't going to have a gigantic pop with most people because the art style or whatever it is. It's the systems that make these types of games incredible. And the art style is just not that realistic, like grim, dark, visceral art style that a lot of games try to go for like the pop, right? Like you can argue Lords of the Fallen or whatever looks more intriguing than Avowed, but in no way do I think Avowed is going to be as bad as like Lords of the Fallen, for instance. Like you can't judge games like Avowed based on their art styles and the punch and the whatever you think you're judging Avowed on. Avowed is a hardcore RPG that matters to a lot of people, and Obsidian are masters at dialogue and choice, and that's what we got to get showed, but it never shows well. It just never shows well. They're not going to have that, I don't know, flashy execution move that God of War has. It's just never going to happen like that, and because it's not that style of game. What I will say about Avowed is that I think it showed well here because I think it showed what they needed to show. The spells look a little cleaner. There's that moment where he like reaches out with his hand and like burns a secret like root, like he burns a tree, root of a tree to expose like a secret. There's just that. I love that. I love that flavor in games. I love that, puzzle adventure element to these RPGs, and they highlighted that. So I'm super enthusiastic about this, and I know that chat isn't really. But yeah, when it comes to Avowed, I think it was one of the stronger showings.
Yeah, well, the thing about Obsidian games they're always about choice and consequence.
Yeah, exactly.
And that doesn't really come across very well in trailers. So it was kind of like a hype trailer to show off some of the environments, some of the quick cuts of the gameplay and stuff. But like the meat of Obsidian games, you can't really show off in trailers like that. I'm just saying,
right?
Avowed looked fine, but the thing is, like, in comparison to everything else they showed, it's like down on the list. It's like, it's like this, but like
Fable.
Yeah, Fable's up here, and all and all these other games. But like, let's see, because the list here: Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Indiana Jones, Gears E-Day, Doom Dark Ages, Avowed, Diablo 4 with the ridiculous cutscene, Flight Sim 2024, which is coming in November, Warcraft, which I think was October, Dragon Age, the Veilguard, piqued my interest. I haven't played a Dragon Age game since the first one, so we'll see. Assassin's Creed Shadows, I really like the look of it. I didn't play 2 or Inquisition, so Stalker 2 coming out in September. Don't got long to wait. Age of Mythology is coming out this year. Fable's next year. Mixtape, which if I remember correctly, I enjoyed the art style for that. Perfect Dark.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Can we talk about Perfect Dark here?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Perfect Dark.
Okay. So, Perfect Dark, I thought, was going to be a little bit more action, right? I thought they were going to go in there with like high-tech gadgets and blow up freaking walls and stuff or something. I don't know what I was expecting from Perfect Dark, but that's more or less what I was expecting, right? When they came out here and showed this like Assassin's Creed / Batman stuff, I was like, what is going on? I love what's going on here. It's more Hitman, it's more stealthy, it's more, I love that. The gadgets looked awesome. The parkour looks pretty fast, which is nice. I hate parkour that's like slowed down. Like as soon as you slow down climbing,
the parkour
I really hate it.
A little bit of like, say, Dying Light at all? A little bit?
A little bit like Dying Light. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. The speed is there, it's just not too speedy, but it's the right amount. I don't like these climbing stuff in Uncharted's and all that stuff, the really slow like wall climbing, and then what is it, the prompt sliding on walls and stuff. I hate that stuff. So this had a nice feel to it. I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed the look. Like, I don't know if I love sci-fi. I love that high-tech world feel. So it hit me on all of that, all the check boxes for me, right? It's like a Splinter Cell, but Perfect Dark. Count me in, right? What I will say, though, on the downside is that you can tell it's not ready yet.
Sure.
In the same breath,
I wasn't
right? You can tell
I wasn't
that
expecting it until
everything was super clean.
Maybe.
Like the cool, like the guns felt kind of punchy for a sci-fi universe, right? They got the recoil, and she was like kicking people and really dynamic movement. I like that stuff, but the look of it kind of looked washed, right? It wasn't super pretty at all times, right? It kind of had a last, I don't know. It's like if they came out in the beginning of this generation. It's not super UE5 looking, right? Am I wrong to misstep there?
It's definitely stylized.
Regardless of how it looks. Yeah. Regarding the looks, it's not really doing it really for me, but the gameplay looks absolutely, it looks really fun. It looks like something I want to play. So shout out to Perfect Dark. I wasn't expecting the stealth angle, so I'm ready for a stealth game.
I mean, I'm always down for a stealth game. Be interesting to see, like, maybe, because the game's still far out. Like, I don't think it's next year. Maybe it's 2026. How many different ways you can maybe go through a mission, right? Are you going to be able to, be forced to do it stealth? Could you do it more shooty bang bang, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I do see a few people in chat saying, like, the downside was no ABK Game Pass drop. Which, I mean, to be fair, they've only dropped Diablo. And they've owned ABK since October, and that's one of the things people were looking forward to was Game Pass drops. I thought there would be some there today. There's not. I don't know. Maybe did they announce it later in Ryan's interview with Phil? I don't think so. Maybe they make some announcement in the weeks to come. I don't know. But hey, the Perfect Dark thing, that seemed right up my alley. I mean, I never expected it to be like the original Perfect Dark. So, and quite frankly, I didn't want it to be. So, what they showed definitely was like, all right, now we need to see more of it. Like I want to see, well, I'm sure we'll probably see some more like next year or whatever, right? Like,
Right. Yeah, you would guess.
You would guess.
Like a direct
Yeah,
of some sort.
to see Fable again was fantastic. I think like the one third-party game that really surprised me that we talked about was like that Expedition 33.
Yeah, dude, that was really cool. Like, to give a background, if you guys haven't already guessed, I love RPGs. Period. Whether it's JRPG, tactical kind of, and all the gameplay, I don't care. I love those style of games. I love old school Final Fantasy. I really love old school Final Fantasy, and to see this game in UE5 looking and how beautiful it is, but sticking to an old system, I love that. I love the turn-based combat in an art style like this. I think this is where some Final Fantasies should live, but they are going an action combat route, which I don't enjoy that much. But yeah, shout out to them for doing this, because apparently this battle system is supposed to be dead and nobody cares. So shout out to them for making this game. I appreciate it.
The gear shop was closed. My buddy Joaquin sent Tom Warren's tweet. He said the gear shop is back online with new Avowed and Gears t-shirts and more. So they got more apparel for anybody that wants to get some of those shirts and stuff before they essentially sell out, right? Blazer Case says, let's be honest, the PlayStation Showcase was way better. Well, I mean, there hasn't been a PlayStation Showcase in quite some time, because last year's was very, very bad. They just did a State of Play, which, hey, let's go to the ultimate neutral ambassador in all this, Jeff Keighley, right? Because he's an Xbox guy through and through. He's certainly not more of a PlayStation guy, right? Let's take a look at Jeff Keighley's poll now. See where it's at. Jeff Keighley's poll has 50,000 votes. 69% A, 21% B. That's essentially what?
Awesome.
90%? With 5% C and 5% D. So, yeah. I think, I think that speaks for itself right there.
And we're not going to glide over Fable by the way. We got to talk at least 1 minute about Fable.
Talk about Fable.
Yeah, let's go. Let's talk about Fable. Fable, for me, on the top of the episode, I wanted them to talk about choice and stuff, which they kind of had a cute way about talking about it, right? I think they landed that message. I think this is going to be the Fable that we remember Fable being. I know that's a leap, but I think they're going to be faithful to the mechanics and what that world means and what you're supposed to be doing in it. I think it showed well. I think the humor's there. I think the humor landed. I was smiling the whole time. It looks magnificent. Like I said before, I didn't even know when they were transitioning into combat. And then when I saw her like shooting stuff and talking to people, it kind of does this like Fallout zoom in on both characters kind of thing, which was really cool. Yeah, I thought this landed really hard. Now, whether you can choose a female or male, I don't really care. I don't know if you can, but I was jazzed about this, and I love this game, and I freaking can't wait. How about you, Rand? This was my second best showing. I really
liked the showing, of Fable, like, because they showed a lot of it. Most of it was in engine gameplay. It looks incredible. I know there's always going to be the debate about, the main character. Do you have to play as her? Like that whole culture war that goes on regarding that stuff. But I couldn't be more impressed with Fable. I couldn't be more impressed with Playground Games. Like when that Fable comes out next year, so it's coming next year, right? Because not only is Fable coming next year, but so's Doom and so's South of Midnight. That's at least 3 games we know. And at this point, considering Towerborn didn't show up, I'm assuming Towerborn's next year at this point. It probably got delayed.
That's strange. That's a strange no-show, right?
I mean, it was supposed to come this year. It wasn't at this show. I'm just assuming at this point it got delayed to maybe early next year. And Forza Horizon 6 probably is next year as well. Dude, Playground Games, I think, is about to take a step up into one of the premier developers in the entire industry. If they nail Fable which it looks like they're going to, alongside delivering, the biggest racing game there is, bar none. Like, nothing touches Forza Horizon. Nothing. Like, you gotta be like, that's one of the best developers in the whole industry. And Doom's...
Yes.
And dude, Doom. I'm not even talking about Doom and how incredible that looked. Even though the colors were a bit muted, they were going more to a brown palette. Maybe because of the whole medieval thing. Oh my god. New weapons.
The shield.
The shield.
This motherfucker's shooting the shield like Captain America. I fucking love it.
Jesus. MJ says, do you think, like me, that World of Warcraft was going to console when the trailer started? No. If it does come to console, it won't be for a while yet. I don't think so. So, South of Midnight also. We got to talk about that. Because we got a lengthy look at the gameplay. And it is way better than I really thought it was going to show. Because honestly, I didn't know what to think South of Midnight was going to be. Because I played We Happy Few and didn't like it. I played Contrast, didn't really care for it. I even was questioning, like, okay, what did you see in Compulsion when you purchased them? Outside of, like, we need studios for Game Pass and they might be cheap. Like, I get why you would buy Ninja Theory, right? They've made some great games in the past and stuff like that. I always questioned Compulsion because I was just like, what are you seeing then? That trailer and everything they're doing there, I was really, really pleasantly surprised by. The more I watched it, the more interesting it became. And I was just like, damn, this looks really fun. No game's really looking like that with the stop motion stuff. Combat looked, pretty good. Okay. Like, South of Midnight definitely moving up the list. I don't know about how everybody else thinks on that one, but I was not expecting that whatsoever. Definitely was.
Me neither, man.
See, Infinite AA says, good showcase. Few glaring issues, though. What would be the glaring issues, in your opinion, Infinite AA? I'm curious. Glaring issues. I think the only issues for me were lack of dates on, Avowed and Indiana Jones. Shattered Space, I think, looks pretty cool. Loving the art design there. But even that didn't have a date. I know they're probably shying away from giving dates because they don't want to delay stuff anymore, so they're just going to be more careful, right? Because you don't want to say Shattered Space is coming September or whatever and then have to delay it because, Dragon Age or some other RPG comes out at the same time. Or say Indiana Jones is coming December 6th, but then have to delay it because they're just not ready. So I get, being like, oh, we're not going to give a firm release date just yet. So I'm I'm curious to see, like, what, glaring issues they might be. Okay, he says not very many release dates and no old Activision Blizzard games to Game Pass.
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's the thread, right?
I wouldn't call those glaring though. I would call those issues, but I wouldn't call them glaring issues.
It's so funny you say that, Rand, because see, we just people expected so much from this showcase, right? We expected show us like all your game studios, are they okay? Are they what? They had so much, and they landed so much. Like, they landed so much that the few things that they, didn't land were things that we thought the most, right? Like the highest percentage would be there. Like, for me, I thought that for sure, right, we'd get the Game Pass back catalog of some sort. I really did think that was high on my list. And I also thought for sure we'd get the release dates. And I think that is where people are getting kind of confused, because we got stuff we didn't expect at all and that landed, right? But we didn't get those things. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think it's like a reverse effect. It's not necessarily disappointment to the 10th degree, but it's more like a shock, like mini shock, like, oh, that's weird. But everything else you nailed, but that's weird that you couldn't do the layup kind of thing.
I'm going to butt in here because we got some
go
Gears of War E-Day details. I want to see what you think. So it's not a spin-off, but a new entry in the mainline Gears of War saga. The Coalition is content with stories told in Gears 4 and 5 and isn't abandoning them, but making this game was an opportunity that felt too good to miss. Team is looking to recreate and improve on the series' classic cover shooting, revisiting the tone of older Gears with truly next-gen tech. It takes place 14 years before the first game, tackling how an ill-prepared Sarah responds to a surprise Locust invasion. Very intentional in recasting the Locusts not simply as foes, but as living nightmares. Design team prioritized redefining the Locust drone, which had become a simple fodder as the series progressed, into something fearsome, physically intimidating, and utterly brutal. The fear of encountering the Locust for the first time is central to the game. Desperation as Marcus fights a drone for the first time hints that the origin of the Lancer will be part of the story. The narrative follows the early stages of Marcus and Dom's brotherhood, bonding over the loss of Dom's older brother Carlos, who was close with Marcus, and over 100 times more environment and character details than Gears 5, hardware ray trace lighting, reflections and shadows, next generation destruction and gore, cutting edge animation technology. So that's just some of the details they're sharing of, the Gears E-Day.
Yeah, the too good to be true line is what I was talking about on top, right? Where I was just like, yeah, it's just too good to be true to reset this whole thing in a beautiful, lead up to, let's say, next generation Xbox. It's a big opportunity, can't miss, especially with these two awesome characters and this world that we care about so much. And to get this origin story is actually I'm so ready for it. Just hearing you say the Lancer thing and him, this is the first
the trailer
dude he's fighting here.
The trailer was CG from Blur Studio.
Right.
Using in-game assets from Unreal Engine 5. That's what.
Perfect. It's all good. I'm okay with that, and it being gritty and dark. I love that. Everything that they said there, I'm super hyped for. Give me this right now. I want it. Him fighting these guys for the first time, and you could actually see that in the trailer. He's having a tough time against them, right? So I'm ready.
Good, because they did become fodder in the games. It was just more of these dudes, but make it a little bit harder. We got a super chat here from Dreadful Sean with the 5. Expedition 33 had a huge Lost Odyssey vibes for me. Games look so freaking cool. It did. It was one of those third party reveals that was like, wow, that was super interesting. Right? I'm just scrolling Twitter right now, just seeing if there's any more information regarding stuff. But yeah, I mean,
well, it's fun that we're not. All the hardcore Xbox fans will probably be happy that there's no collection going to PlayStation. There's no.
Yeah, we even mentioned
period.
State of Decay 3. Really, that's another one that I thought looked like they stepped it up from what it is. And correct me if I'm wrong. They didn't give a date for that either, right? I'm pretty sure. If
they did not.
Yeah, so that could be next year. Could be 2026. So, apparently, Dreamcast guy is saying the showcase was amazing. I don't know. I guess his video's out, and he says I'm shocked. So, maybe he sees the sentiment online and is like, oh, well, I can't trash this because it was actually good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, he got called out by Paris pretty hard, so it's hard to.
Yeah, he did. He did get called out. Make sure you guys vote in our poll. We have over 1,200 votes right now for how would you rate the Xbox Game Showcase. I mean, I'm no Jeff Keighley, but we do have a bunch of people here. Borocon said Clockwork Revolution was never going to be there, or at least I think Clockwork Revolution will be at the Developer Direct. I think you walk a fine line between having the show be a certain length, not tiring people out, just showing enough to get people really excited. And maybe one of those things was like Clockwork Revolution. It was like, all right, well, we don't necessarily need you there. We'll show you at a Developer Direct, or perhaps, the Game Awards, right? Because there's still that happening at the end of the year.
I agree.
Just James, member for 7 months, says, nice to see I'm always going to call you Gamsley.
Say it, Rand.
I'm always going to call you
Say
Gamsley.
it, Rand.
Gamsley here. I love the show. I'm looking forward to all the games. I don't know what to pick. 9 out of 10 show. I will buy Stalker for the devs. Stalker was there looking really good. So,
freaking, it looked very good. Dude, we haven't even all Game Pass. All
pretty much
Game
everything
Pass.
except for what?
Yeah.
Except for
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed Shadows and maybe Life is Strange.
Dragon
Dragon
Age.
But Dragon Age will eventually be on
Life
Game
is Strange.
Pass like a year later because of the deal that they have, right?
All I'm saying is that, on everybody online and in the chat, like when we think about the negativity around Xbox and what by the way, their confirmation that they're really standing on next generation too, right? Their commitment to hardware is still there. I like that Sauron said that, and I love how this show, like, for all the hate that they get, could ease a little bit some of the minds out there that Game Pass or Xbox is not worth it. This show just showed you like freaking 10 games. More than 10 games that look pretty freaking incredible. I just enjoy this moment in time because Game Pass is one hell of how you say value. You know what I mean? So just enjoy games, guys.
Yeah, I'm even thinking like a developer direct next year. You're gonna have Clockwork Revolution, South of Midnight, Fable, and Doom, because they said Doom's 2025.
Doom. Yeah, man, it's gonna be
so
wild.
I mean that's already a pretty
wild.
stacked developer direct if they do that in December. Somebody
Do you
mentioned
think Clockwork. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say somebody mentioned he was like, "Oh, ZeniMax Online's game wasn't there. Maybe it's been canceled." I doubt it's canceled. They folded, Roundhouse and a lot of those people from Arcane Austin into that studio. I think they're spending a lot of money and capital not only in keeping Elder Scrolls Online going, but also whatever new thing that they're building. Maybe they still need more time, to get the MMO right. Maybe we see it next year.
MMOs, guys, in chat, MMOs take a ridiculous amount of time to develop.
No
much
Silk
harder.
Song either.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. But see, that's the beauty about this is that they had, like I said, they had so much that could have been there that maybe we put higher on our lists. And I think that's the negative that people are taking shock value wise, is that there's so much layups that people believe that could have been there, but the opposite happened of like the not so easy predictions happened instead, which is nice. I like that. Xbox has a stacked development team at the moment.
Yeah. Was the do you remember if Life is Strange was coming to Game Pass?
I don't believe it
remember.
is.
I wouldn't think so.
Life is Strange. Let me go check it out. No.
So my buddy sent me, Joaquin sent me a thing here about State of Decay 3 that says Undead Labs has been collaborating with Obsidian Entertainment on the Shared World feature, enabling more flexible online co-op. The acclaimed grounded release with Undead Labs shared save technology, and State of Decay 3 will build on that to deliver a truly open co-op world owned by multiple players. That sounds great.
Yes.
No more tethers.
Hell yeah.
So that sounds exactly what the game
Yeah,
needed,
let me
right?
talk about that for just a second. Yeah, so Xbox here did... Oh, I'm so sorry. My dog just barked. I'm sorry. Did you hear that?
That's fine.
I'm sorry. 1 second. No.
Hey, I'll just say super chat here from Michael with $2 says Xbox show's so good, France calls an election. It's funny.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I'm so sorry about the dog. The State of Decay. So Xbox has been doing some really good stuff here. For instance, they had really good messaging with Call of Duty stuff, bringing back, fan wanted stuff, right? Like the prestige thing seems like a small thing to, let's say, a Randall Thor or some people in the chat, but for that community, for millions of people, the stuff they pointed out is very important, right? So they got a big win from the community there. Same with State of Decay here, right? State of Decay 2 was a phenomenal game. It's an awesome game. No game kind of does what State of Decay 2 does in that genre. And the tether was a big thing that people didn't like, and they obviously fixed that. And from the looks of it, they are fixing just small things that were problems before. The graphics weren't that appealing. The stories between characters weren't that big. So they're really trying to make those things big. Graphics are better, stories better between characters, and also the untethered feature is super important. And shout out to Obsidian for helping on that. So yeah, I'm super hyped, man.
Yeah, I mean,
what's your feel on State of Decay 3?
I mean, I'm not that big of a State of Decay guy. I think some of the limitations of 2 held it back for me, but if they can evolve past that and be like truly open world co-op, maybe this will be the one I finally get in with, right? So
hell yeah.
Dre says with the 5, Expedition 33 had huge Lost Odyssey vibes for me. Game looks so freaking cool. It did look really cool. Yeah. So, what time's the Phil interview supposed to be, anyways?
Ooh, that's a good. It should be. Let's see, IGN. That's a good question. I thought it was right after the show.
I think there was a little bit of time between that and the. I honestly can't wait to see how many copyright claims I get on this video. It's gonna. Is it at least 3 or 4 that's gonna happen?
Yeah. Yeah, sad face. Yeah, at least we got the games, Rand. At least we got the games. Hold on, we're missing some of these games here. There was so much, man. There's so much to break down in this.
Is anybody going to be going and playing Starfield today with the modding stuff, the custom stuff, the new things they added today? And it's a good reason to get back and play Starfield, especially Shattered Space is coming at some point this year, which I thought it looked really cool. I'm definitely going to be interested in seeing people's reactions to this show, because I felt it was.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another show that rivaled it recently, and I can't. Last year's show was really good, but I would say like the Starfield Direct was better than the Call of Duty Direct. I really didn't have any interest in Call of Duty Direct, to be honest with you, but I was super interested in Starfield. So obviously there's a portion there of like the last 30 minutes where I didn't really care. Plus, I was still motherfucking reeling from Gears of War Emergence to really care about what was going on in Black Ops 6. Like, I'm going to play the campaign and I'll probably have a good time with it.
Yeah.
But last year, I guess maybe you could say, like the Direct was better for Starfield because we were all wondering what Starfield was and stuff. So,
yeah, maybe the Direct was better. Maybe it depends who's better. You'd probably, if we're stacking shows here, I mean, there's no contender to this one. Like even with Starfield
there's like
being such a,
there's the Sony E3 of Dreams 2015 or the E3 2016 with Gears God of War reboot opening the show and the Spider-Man ending the show.
Right.
Which, people would classify as like all-timers. So.
Yeah, right. But if we're comparing like Xbox to Xbox, last year, right, you could say, like you said, on top of like Starfield being there and you being interested in it, there's a lot of people interested in Call of Duty, you know what I mean? And just on the sheer number of things we got here, Doom just looks, like I said, that there's 10 of these games that look just incredible. So yeah, stacking against each other, I think this takes the top by a large variety for me anyway. But yeah.
Well, yeah,
like,
I think
look, this is the low, sorry, Rand. This is the low point, right? You'd probably look at Winterborough and say, meh, right? Flintlock, we've seen it before, right? Atomfall.
Yeah, but it looked better. The Flintlock looked actually pretty good during this demonstration, for sure.
FragPunk, it's a Concord kind of thing, right?
Man, everybody's doing hero shooters again suddenly. I don't know what that is. Everybody's like, we're back on the hero shooter train.
Yeah, I think this stuff has been, greenlit for 4 years now, so it kind of makes sense, right? They didn't just pop up now. Mecha Break looked fun, but it might not be the cup of tea for many people. Mixtape, etc., etc. Those are the low points, but even with some of the low points sprinkled in there, I don't give a crap, right? Because the top 3 opening and then the middle was awesome and the end was awesome, and that's all that counts.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the flow of a showcase really determines it, and I think they had a nice flow here.
They did. That the opening of the show was like impeccable. Yeah. See if Misley says, Rand, no Activision backlog announcements? I guess not. Hopefully they happen and they come later. But yeah, I mean, you aren't the only person talking about that. There definitely are people mentioning that. Marky Kelly says the show was fire, Rand. Absolutely. PT seems Rand wants to wrap up the show. I mean, I know people, the Phil interview is supposed to be coming on soon that people are going to watch. And, me and Gamsley been here streaming for what now? 3 hours and 41 minutes because we started at like 11 a.m.
Oh my God, it does not feel like that, Rand.
Right? We started at 11, so it's 12, 1, 2. So yeah, we're almost like going 4 hours. So, yeah, there's probably a good spot, good space to end the show. Me and Jez, we'll probably be doing a live show on Friday. I am probably going to make a video about all this and put it out later today. So if you guys want to watch that, make sure you subscribe. Get some videos coming. Probably talk about the Phil Spencer stuff tomorrow, maybe. Because I don't want to do a stream and then 2 videos. So maybe we'll talk about that stuff. But I want to thank everybody for being here. It means the world that you chose to watch the show with me and Gamsley instead of
nice.
Anywhere else. The poll that we have running here. Let me end this really quick. We had over 1,460 votes, which is a lot. Not Jeff Keighley level, but how would you rate the Xbox Game Showcase? 83% said an A, 11% said a B, 2% D, and 2% C. So, I mean, 83% is pretty high, and that's not too far off of what Ryan's doing a poll, but also Jeff Keighley's been doing a poll. It's pretty close. Yep. So it definitely seems like Xbox nailed it out of the park. I think they did. I mean, this is clearly their best show, and you probably would have to go back to the 360 days, maybe. Easily. There's so much to talk about from this. But yeah. With that said, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure to check out my video and make sure you follow Gamsley on Twitter and elsewhere, because I know you do the Xbox podcast with Deadly Headley and Asa. I don't know when you guys are recording next, but
Thursday, 3 p.m.
All right. With that, we are going to get out of here. All right, later, guys. Keep it gaming.
Cheers, guys.
Peace.